Hello, and welcome to College of Lore. My name is Kate,
And I'm Jill.
and we are joined today once again by our guest GM, Shawn. How to give a little wave, Shawn. Hi, thank you for coming back. We also have Jason right beside me here.
Hello.
That's Jason, and we've got Tilly over there on the end.
Hey.
That's Tilly. So thank you for joining us. Hello, Deathly Scream. Good to see you again. Today we are actually playing the second part of an Alien RPG session that we started last Tuesday. And yeah, like I said, we've got my friend Shawn, our friend Shawn, guest GMing for us. And this is our first guest GM on College of Lore. So yeah, it's very exciting. Neither Jill or I has to GM. It's awesome.
I know. It's like sit back and enjoy being terrified.
Yes, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Terror for fun and profit.
I know
right.
there's a lack of hoodie to hide behind this time, Jill.
Yeah, she didn't bring her
I'm gonna
onesie.
have to use my blanket.
It works. Yeah, so cool. Welcome, and yeah, we're ready to get started whenever you want, Shawn.
Okay, sounds good. So last time, we started with the group embarking on a voyage to the mining colony of Darius 12, where something had happened. You weren't quite sure what, but you did know that a group of pirates fled the planet and were engaged and destroyed by colonial marines. And now you guys were kind of the cleanup crew. You were being sent in to figure out what went wrong on the planet. Since you've landed, and it was a hard landing because it turned out the bay door wasn't quite functioning properly and the ship kind of got scraped. But since you've been here, you have explored the facility itself, most of the main level facility. You didn't really find survivors. You found some signs of battle, some signs of sickness, some signs of disease, and also a leaking thermonuclear reactor. You dealt with that, the reactor, and you did find one survivor up there. You found a young girl, probably preteen, early teens, called Ronnie, and she has agreed to work with you. She's trying to find her friend Reggie, which is mighty convenient since Al is also looking for his friend Reggie, or his brother rather.
It's my
Reggie.
brother, yeah.
Yes. So you explored the facility and then you made your way down the elevator, and that's where we are on our game map currently. Can everyone see the game map, Kate?
No, we see end of act, so you need to move that little red
Oh, there we
thing.
go.
Yeah.
That's right. You are
I
still
always forget
on there.
that.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yes, previously we explored the facility, which is this here. This is what you found in the facility. And now you are down in the mine. Specifically, you are in the Alpha Shaft. And on your way into the shaft, you encountered some miners or pirates. They called you pirate scum, so there's a good chance that they're miners. There we go. Some miners, and you also had someone come up behind you, and they were kind of making this keening noise and asking for help.
Shawn.
And yeah,
did you switch to the mine map?
I did do the thing.
Thank you.
I'll learn the secret knowledge eventually.
Okay.
So yes, so there were some men with guns who were holding you up.
Yes.
At this end of the shaft, and then a creepy figure in the shadows was coming up behind you. They kind of died in front of you. There was sort of a wet crunching noise, and they were moving in ways that bodies shouldn't. And then they just fell like a marionette whose strings had been cut. And while you were checking out that rather unusual behavior for a Thursday, while you were checking that out, somebody came up behind the two guys with the guns, conked them out, and that person walked into the light, and you saw Al's brother Reggie.
Reggie!
With a handgun in one hand and a bloody wrench in another.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Good old Reggie.
Yeah.
I think that's where they left us.
That is exactly where we left. Now, I'm going to... I feel like it's probably giving you guys way too much comfort to leave all the areas you previously explored open on this map, because who knows what's up there now. So let's just
Oh,
let's just be a little more realistic about what we know, and just that looks more like it, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
Little spooky, yeah.
When the elevator's up.
So there's no lights down here?
Oh, there are lights. There are the lights because you started that because Al restarted the reactor.
Right.
But we don't know what's happened in those other areas. I just don't want you guys getting too comfortable about what's behind you.
It's totally going to be safe, so I'm not concerned.
I'm sure it's fine.
There's nothing going on here. It's fine.
Absolutely.
All right. Cool.
Right.
So it might be good if we just reiterate like who each of us is playing. Really
that
quick.
seems like an excellent idea. Yeah, if you could each give yourself a brief introduction, that would be lovely.
Okay. I'm playing Marshall Danny Bauer, and last we saw her, we were kind of discovering that she is interested in finding the one of the pirates that she doesn't think is actually dead, Davis. So yeah, I'm Marshall Danny Bauer, and I'm friends with Al.
Yes. My name is Al Hollis, and I am a shaggy, greasy dude built like a tank. It says that I'm foul-mouthed, but I'm no fool. I'm a roughneck as my career, and I'm just here to find my brother, because he went missing on this here planet. Or, I mean, he was stationed here, and I'm trying to find him. That's me. And my rival is Conrad Schmidt.
What? I'm Conrad Schmidt. I am tanned. I wear an expensive Rolex, and I'm a company man. I think I've come here basically to assess the situation, see who messed up.
You're an insurance adjuster, yeah.
Yeah, I'm an insurance adjuster. So I'm just investigating things here. I'm friends with Dr. Yusuf, which I think is one of the non-playing characters.
Right.
For the moment.
Yes,
Somebody who we might turn into if we die.
Yes. That's not going to happen.
No.
No.
Why?
This
How would
game?
that happen?
No.
And we won't die because I'm playing Dr. Russell Driscoll, a medical doctor, whereas Yusuf was, I think, the scientist, geologist. So I had good friends with the captain, but who's also an NPC, so we don't have to worry about that. And I think last week I was investigating, probably very foolishly, looking at this corpse that fell down.
Yes.
And I have a gun trained on the corpse.
Fair
Because
enough.
it's probably still twitching, maybe a little.
Maybe a little. Yeah.
I think that's a great idea, but I'm definitely just like glad to see my brother and not paying attention to that corpse at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I believe we established last session that the corpse has weird breaks in it, and it has almost like rope burn marks along areas. It looks like something was twisting and breaking the limbs. Almost like, they were tied up and being pulled apart, but obviously they're not because there's no rope on them.
Rope must have fallen down the elevator shaft, so it makes sense.
No.
Entirely logical. So,
Doctor, are you able to take like a blood sample or anything you can bring back to the ship, maybe?
Yeah, for certain. Or as we know, last week. Ronnie mentioned there's a more advanced facility in the basement. We might be able to use the things here to analyze if we can't get the ship going right away.
Sure.
And I have a personal med kit, so I assume that will, between it or apparently a full-blown surgical kit. So doing those two things, I can probably get some samples.
I would imagine.
Assuming he doesn't have a pulse. That was the other thing I figured I'd check first.
That's a good idea.
okay. Now, Al, yes. So you've just seen your brother, who you haven't seen in 5 years or more,
Yeah.
walking out of the shadows, and kind of walks right by you, and almost like you're not there, and is walking straight towards Ronnie.
I yell his name. I say, Reggie. Reggie, it's
Takes a
me.
minute. He kind of turns around, looks at you for a moment, a long moment, and then he says, "Al, is that you?"
Yeah, bud.
"What are you doing here?"
Well, they sent a mission to come check out what happened, and I knew you were here, so I got on.
Oh wow,
What?
that's amazing.
What's happened here? What's
Wow.
going on?
What hasn't happened here? People were getting sick, and then there were some kind of creatures in the mines, and then pirates attacked.
Yeah.
The pirates escaped with one of their ships. The other ships were all wrecked. We've all been marooned here.
Well,
Wait a minute. If you're here, if you're down here, does this mean you got the elevator working?
Yeah.
Did you post a guard on the elevator?
No.
Oh, shit.
Why? Guard for what?
I'm not the only survivor here. There's still a couple of pirates and miners down here, and they've gone some bad places, man. And if they hear someone coming down here in an elevator, which means they've got power, which means they've got a ship, where do you think they're going?
We gotta get out of here. Let's go.
Ah.
Let's go. So I'll turn around.
Ronnie runs over to him at this point and sort of hugs him around the knee, and she says, I thought you were dead. No, I'm all right. I'm all right, honey. It's okay.
Aww.
It's okay. The bad man got killed, not me. You're fine.
Bad man.
One of the pirates, the leader of them was chasing Ronnie. That's why she left
Right.
where she was, and I followed after them, and I saw him get dragged away by one of these creatures in the darkness.
Eee.
Yeah.
Well, good riddance.
Would Bauer have heard this, my character?
I think it is more interesting if you did. So yes.
Yeah. Okay, I think overhearing this, well, I would be taking my eyes off of what the doctor is doing with the corpse, and kind of turn around and try and hear better. And once he's stopped talking, I would probably head over to ask more about it.
All right.
So I'd walk over towards Reggie and say, "Where did this happen?
I'm sorry.
Where did he get dragged to? Where was that?"
Oh, it says it was over in the beta shaft. The creatures seem heavier over there. It's down by that monolith.
What creatures?
some kind of creatures that have been burrowing through
Yeah.
the tunnels through the mine.
They make holes, eh?
Yeah, those are the ones. I think that they may have. I don't know. I think when they broke into from the cavern B into that natural cavern, when they went from shaft B into that natural cavern and found that monolith, I think they woke something up down there.
Well, if there's a monolith, we should go right up to it and touch it, right? Isn't that...
I mean, I need to go check that out. So.
No, I think we should get out of here. Gosh, this is
I
crazy.
will catch up with you. Which way is shaft B?
You're going to go by yourself?
I'll be in and out. It'll be very quick.
I don't think we should
shaft
split
B,
up.
you just have to go down the elevator. It's the next stop down from there.
Okay.
Assuming that the elevator's still there when we get back, which frankly
Is that the only way to get out of here?
Well, there's the emergency stairway, but I don't know if you noticed on your way down, that emergency stairway has taken a beating from something. Something heavy.
Well, I sort of feel bad that we didn't leave somebody at the elevator, but I also just feel like if we did that, they'd be dead, so...
Fair.
Well,
All right,
ultimately,
let's head to the elevator.
I assume the radios aren't working at this point because we're too deep to the people on the servers.
You're too deep to get
Yeah.
good communication with the radios, absolutely.
And I assume, was there anything of note on the body other than it's a dead body with marks and arm, like rope burns and...
Yeah, does it look like one of the miners, or does it look like one of the pirates, or... Can we tell?
This one... why don't you give me an observation roll on that, Tilly?
Oh.
You remember how to do that from the character
Yeah,
sheet?
I thought I did, but it didn't seem to be rolling. Just a second.
Yeah.
You just click the word observation, don't you?
Yeah, and then you should have another pop-up that says, "Are there any modifiers?" And then you hit.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then you hit
to say
OK
no.
with
Yeah.
a 0 modifier.
I'm not getting that. Let me.
Maybe, did
quickly-
you... Yeah, do you have, like, pop-ups blocked or something?
Oh, here it is. You may get a couple by accident, so
You did it. Well,
except
we'll
the
take
first one. Except the first one.
Ooh,
We'll take
that...
the first one where you failed, but you got a panic check. That sounds like the best.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, no. Tilly.
Okay, cool. So you start looking, and you don't see any identifying marks. You don't see any tattoos or the equipment that they're wearing is a bit of a hodgepodge. And frankly, if they've been down here a few months, the odds that anyone is using the equipment that they came in here
Right.
with is a bit. But what really freaks you out is when you turn him over and you see like little things moving in his mouth.
Eh.
So please make a panic test now.
I'd love to.
Panic test is one of the options in the middle upper part of your character sheet.
7.
You rolled a 7.
Up.
All right, your nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you increases by 1. Short range is defined as within a few meters. So at this point, I think it's safe to say that the insurance agent, your stress is increasing because you were asking about getting a blood sample, and yours is increasing, of course, doctor. But the roughneck and the marshal were over talking to Reggie, so their stress does not go up at this
Yeah.
moment.
We didn't
So
see the
is it-
doctor get creeped out by something on a body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is the goal to get to 10 stress?
Is that the goal?
Goal.
You win!
First 1 to 10 wins. Literally an RPG.
I won't, but as a point of clarification, since I had the failure and the failed stress, is that something I could have stressed to re-roll?
You could have pushed the roll if you wanted. I guess I should have given you the option. Sorry about that.
That's right. It's thematically interesting.
If you had pushed the option, you would have added a point of stress, which would have meant you would have added one more die, rolled one more die.
For the future.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine. So, yeah, so it's almost like there's like little things moving in the mouth. Then when you look again, you don't see them. It was probably just a trick of the light.
Well,
No,
yeah.
Sure.
But unfortunately, I think that I'd probably try to investigate it a bit closer, and hopefully it was just in my head, just to make sure.
Yeah.
So you put your face like right up to their face and like.
Oh, so you're going in. All right, cool. Okay, cool.
All right, I'm gonna draw my pistol. I got you, Doctor. You got this.
All right. So.
So it's obvious that he's dead, so I can even pull something. I assume, sorry. It's obvious that the body is a body, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me a medicine check this time.
Nice.
All right. So, looking in there, you see that there are actually little insects in his mouth, and it's too early. It's too early for. I mean, he just died.
Yeah.
I mean, he was walking, so he must have just died, right? So it's too early for a decomposition to have become a thing.
Right.
They're almost like little like worm-like creatures, and they're they seem to be in his mouth, but they almost seem like they're moving backwards down toward deeper into the body.
Am I able to snag one like tweezers and throw them in his mouth?
I'm sure you can, Doctor.
Yeah, you've got one of these things now. It's like sort of wriggling and so on.
Not touching, but like in a test tube or whatever they probably have for sample jars.
It looks a lot like almost like a tiny little earthworm.
Cute.
It's weird. I'll make sure it's sealed, and then we'll keep it to study later, I guess.
Oh my
Right,
god, that's a
absolutely.
terrible idea. Let's
Dr.
bring it onto the
Yusuf
ship.
is very fast. Dr. Yusuf is very fascinating. Well,
But
that's strange. I haven't quite seen a specimen like that before.
You've seen one similar to this?
I'm well versed in many forms of wildlife of very, very many planets, but never this particular one.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. It seemed odd that it would be a parasite that large that in a living host, it kind of seems like that'd be the kind of thing that would have been either killed off by the body or not developed that quickly.
Perhaps it's something he was eating. I imagine that they're scrounging everything possible down here right now.
That's possible, since
Also,
the food was tainted, supposedly.
do you hear the elevator moving?
Oh
Oh
god.
my god.
I'll say, I will yell to the others that I think the elevator's moving, if that's what we hear.
Danny's booking it.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right. All right.
Reggie, Ronnie, you guys coming? Are they?
Yes, they're
yeah.
coming. There we go. All right. And let me reveal a bit more area here.
Oh, I'm so scared right now. Okay.
Okay, so you get up there, and so Danny, you're the first one up there,
Yeah.
and because of that,
I've got my gun out.
I bet you do.
Me too. I should probably be first. My character sheet says I'm built like a tank.
I think someone should keep to the back to see if the irradiated miners come chasing after us too.
True.
appropriate. Fireworks in Fairview. Happens a lot.
There's fireworks right now?
Here in Fairview there is, apparently, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Alright, so as you come up, you see that the elevator is moving upwards. You can see there's some shadowy figures on the elevator.
Oh my goodness.
And one of them looks at you and then boom, fire in your shoulder.
Ah!
You've been shot.
I've been shot.
Check if now we want to check if you have any armor.
I don't
So
think.
I don't particularly think so, but let's just take a look here. You do not have any armor, so you take the full 2 damage. So on your character sheet, just under your stress level, you'll see, there you go. And that, you only have hit points. You'll see the traps of 10, but your amount you have is equal to your strength score. Also, funny thing about getting shot in this game, every time you get shot, you add a point of stress. So add a point of stress.
Okay. So
That makes
I only
sense.
have 4 health total.
That's right.
Okay.
So
I'm
you
gonna do
just
this
are,
then.
you're half dead,
Yeah.
and it's very stressful.
Just
So yeah,
clarifying
you
that.
can
So
see
as I see, you have so how many hit points should I have? Equal to my strength?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already there on the character sheet. If you look at, let me just find
It says there's 10. That's why I was puzzled.
It shows 10 boxes, but if you look over to the far right, you'll see faintly a number that is the actual amount you have.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. So those 2 numbers are your how many you currently used versus your max. So 3 of 10, for example, for Dr. Driscoll, but 0 of 2. You have 2 hit points available.
I have 5.
That's why you're built like a tank.
I'm so
There's
strong.
there's no need to brag about it, Al. Yes, if a character is reduced to 0 hit points, we roll on the critical injuries chart.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Well, once they stop shooting, I'll take a look at your arm there.
So you see, but yes. So multiple figures are on that elevator that is moving out of sight now, and at least one of them has a firearm, and at least that one firearm had at least 1 bullet.
And we can't.
I know that much.
We
Which is
can't.
currently in Danny's shoulder.
We can't get a shot off at them before they disappear.
You could try, Danny could try if she wanted, but it would be a difficult shot because they're moving upward
Right.
and you've just been shot yourself.
I mean, I might as well.
You also see that they smashed the controls for the summoning the elevator
Those
on
guys
this
are
shaft.
dicks.
Yeah, that's really rotten.
Those people are dicks. Sorry.
So would I
You're allowed to
roll
swear.
attack to try and shoot?
It would be ranged combat if you want to take a shot at them. Go ahead.
So do I just hit like the attack button for the Magnum revolver?
Yes, I believe that does have your modifiers built in. You can hit the attack button there, and then when it asks for additional modifiers, just give a minus
Oh,
-2 because of your
I'm
circumstances.
sorry, I already did it. I have a panic, but do you want me to just do it again with the modifier?
Yeah. Do it again with the -2 modifier.
Maybe.
Hi,
few.
Camille. Camille's watching.
Oops, that didn't.
We're killing some jerks who just took our elevator out of this mine shaft. And they shot Jill's character, Marshall. No, Danny. Marshall is like your title?
What I am.
yeah.
All right. So you fire.
They are
off-
jerks. Sorry.
So Danny, you fight through the pain. You take aim. You fire. You hear someone scream up there. Like, fuck! They just got Dave.
Dave, you
I'm
jerk.
gonna curse under my breath that it wasn't Davis.
You asked for it, Dave. That's what you get for
Okay.
hanging out with
So I'm
hooligans.
gonna like swing behind the cave wall or whatever I can for cover while they continue raising up the elevator and catch my breath
Okay.
and blurt out what happened to anyone who doesn't know what happened.
Sure. So you're all coming up now. Doctor, you can see that that the marshal has been shot.
Well, I will attempt to do what I can to kind of see if it's whether the bullet went through or it's kind of the kind of thing that we're gonna have to do a little more than just bandage.
Yeah. All right.
Because at this point, basically I've got a little bit of a med kit, but I know that there's a medical facility downstairs.
That's true.
I know the elevator isn't working, but I'm sure if we could find our way down, if this is more serious than it looks.
Yeah, you can make a medicine check with a -1 penalty if you're attempting to issue first aid right now.
Okay. For the purposes, I'm going to blow one of the story points.
Okay.
Or do I do that after the fact?
You do it before, so it's just going to add an automatic success. You still make the roll, but you get an automatic success.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Mm-hmm. For the to remind our listeners, story points are what players get by following their secret agendas, and they can cash them in for automatic successes. So you rolled 1 success, but you have your second success, and each success you roll allows you to restore 1 point of health. So you are... Danny is still going to be stinging, but you have both your wounds back.
Thank you.
While I do it, because I assume there's more than one thing I can do, I'll use my talent that is the calming presence, which is to reduce her stress by 1 as well.
You're the
Okay.
best doctor.
So that does require a turn.
Oh, okay.
A turn is a 10-minute unit of time, so you can do
okay.
that. But
But
it's
it'll be
gonna
here for 10 minutes.
That elevator is going to be gone at that point. So
Okay, no, I can...
Yeah.
If we have time, we will do that. I didn't realize it was a turn thing. I can wait.
Oh, well,
Now,
thank
you
you.
do see the stairway, the emergency stairway, going up into the darkness. The lights have been largely broken on it, so it's very dark.
Wow.
And
Looks
the stairway
treacherous.
And it goes down as well?
It does go down as well. Yep.
Well, while I'm bandaging, I would say my suggestion is, just in case this is more infected, that we should go down, but we should probably see if we can warn the captain at this point.
Yeah, I
if we
think
don't
we
warn
gotta.
the captain, we could lose the ship, and then it won't matter.
Yeah, we'll just all be dead here. Let's get out of here. Let's save the.
All right,
Let's go.
up it is.
All right, so you're going to go up? All right. So who's leading the march up this time?
Should I?
Yeah. You haven't shot yet.
You're like, yeah.
I'm gonna say, stay behind me, Doc. And I'm gonna make sure my gun's loaded and ready in case I need it again.
So you're moving up the stairs.
Yeah.
And as you're going, you're noticing, you didn't really notice it to the same degree when you were going down, how many small holes there are and medium holes there are in the central elevator shaft
Oh my
itself,
god.
which is incredibly dangerous. And
Yeah.
honestly, were there even this many when you came down?
I don't know.
It's pretty dark. I
You
don't
don't know.
I
But you
don't
should
know.
probably add a point of stress because you, as a miner, you know just how bad
This is
what you're seeing.
Pretty dangerous. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you're making your way up, and normally, if it were well lit, if you were throwing caution to the wind, you might even be able to keep pace with the elevator. But it's not well lit. Situation isn't ideal. So you're doing the best that you can. Then, after you've gone up, a couple of stories maybe, you come to a flight where there are about 5 or 6 steps missing.
Uh-huh.
It looks like the steel has been wrenched downward violently by something, and it's just sort of dangling like cobweb below. But above, here is safety. Here's what you need, but it is just out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
At least, if you're being safe, it's out of reach. What would you like to do?
Jeez, good question.
I'm gonna try the radio to see if we can get through to the captain to warn them now that we're higher. And I'm
Okay.
just gonna press the button and say, Captain, there's hostiles coming towards you. They've taken the elevator and prevented us from coming up.
All right, you're just gonna hear. Glad you're coming up.
No.
Use the help.
Wait, what?
Good to see you're coming back.
Oh
No, and I'm gonna be like, no, hostiles, there's hostiles coming to you.
Yeah. Then you hear a gunshot echoing up above. Everyone can give me a panic roll right now.
No.
Whew. Oh, 9's not good, I don't think.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
9 is less than good.
And as he pointed out last time, there's a way to kind of commune with your signature item to lose some panic, but we haven't had time to do that kind of thing.
A 10.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So,
The highest
all right.
number.
Oh, is Ben the best?
Dan is
Yeah.
the best.
Well.
So let's narrate what happens here. So, as this is happening, you're hearing gunshots, starting to hear gunshots up above. So, Danny, you're doing your best to keep calm, but people can see that you're starting to shake ever so slightly. And so everyone's stress goes up from 1 by 1 as a result of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Then Al goes to grab the phone from you, grab the radio from you, and but you're both like so out of it that the radio goes tumbling into the darkness below, and you hear it bouncing off the walls.
No.
Sorry.
And
And that's
oh,
it.
I'm sorry, I misread the panic rolls. Al doesn't do that; the doctor does that.
Ah,
Sorry.
okay.
That's fair.
And as for you, Conrad, you're just frozen. The others aren't really noticing it because they're so busy losing your communication device. you know that in this moment, if something were to happen, you would be utterly incapable of doing anything about it. You have lost control of the situation, and that unnerves you at another point of stress.
Oh my goodness.
Can I stare at my watch?
It is a new act, and yes, you can use your personal.
Oh
items
yeah,
cancel
we
out.
can do that.
I'll just start counting the seconds and try to calm myself down.
You're just okay. I like it. You're reminding yourself of the power of capitalism. I can die.
Power of capitalism. Give me
I have-
strength.
I have too many zeros in my bank account. All right, cool. So yes, so that is the situation. So you are now hearing some weapons fire up above.
So I'm wondering. Oh, do you want to continue?
I was gonna, you have this gap of several
Yeah.
stairs between you and the next stair.
I want to know if I have anything on me, like maybe in my father's tool belt that could be of use, bridging this gap. Like,
Well, I mean, there's nothing that's
rope?
gonna reach
There's-
that many steps.
there's no rope.
Rope in the toolkit. I don't think in the tool bag or tool belt. I don't think so.
What about a
Uh,
measuring
you know what?
tape?
A measuring tape.
You know, just give me a second. I said I don't think so. Let me take a look. Oh, what do you know? Okay, so there is some rope.
That's great
The dice
news.
are with you.
Oh, you rolled for it?
I
Nice. Okay. I thought you were just having pity on us.
Your father prepared for
Pity.
everything.
Ah,
Yeah, I mean, rope can be very useful, you know? You never know. So I would like to, try and secure this rope in such a way that we could climb up.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. So that sounds like a mobility roll.
Mobility?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I look around and see if anybody looks like they're more mobile than me, because I have a 0 modifier to mobility. I can try.
I'm
But
not
I-
mobile at all.
Yeah, no, you're useless. You're like drooling and watching, like looking at your watch.
Yeah, I have a 0 for my mobility.
Okay.
The idea is you need someone smaller that they can kind of climb across the other to secure the rope kind of thing.
Note that when you're doing a roll, it's the combination of your mobility and the linked attribute. So if you have a high agility, a low mobility might still be workable.
Agility is only 2 for me. But yeah, I'm wondering if, like, Reggie maybe could help me with this?
If not, I could attempt it, but...
Sure.
It sounds
Not
good,
Reggie.
Doctor.
Not Reggie, sorry. Ronnie.
Ronnie, interesting. Let's see what
She's
Ronnie
a
can
spry
do.
little girl. I could, like, have her on my shoulders and she could...
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Do you know how to tie a
I'll
knot?
pull-
Do you know...
Yeah, I'll.
Show me your... How do you... Do you know how to tie a knot?
Sure.
Okay. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll.
gonna make
Everyone's just, like, thinking about that calm thing, like, banging down the...
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So I have made a secret roll on.
Well,
not
we
that
saw it.
It's not that
Yeah,
secret.
we did
Oh, really?
it.
Yeah.
It was supposed
It's
to
the
be
one
secret.
success.
Oh, that was the experience button instead. Okay, well, never mind. Guess what? She had a success, so the rope is probably safe.
Cool.
I see.
It's safe for her.
I clicked the experience point button instead of the make roll secret button. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
You're not as dexterous as Ronnie.
No, I am not. And I'll remind you at this time about the /W for whispering.
Right. Yeah.
Since some of you are already doing it, I figure the rest of you should be reminded.
Oh my goodness. You sneaky people. Yep, so there's a rope.
So the rope snags, and she's able to get it over over one of the stanchions or something. It sort of gets it tight. You think it'll hold?
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay.
Let's climb up
so-
that thing. I'll get her.
All right.
She's up on my shoulders already. She might as well climb up.
Okay. So she starts climbing across it. You're holding it taut on the other end so that
Yeah.
it can kind of climb over it, hand over hand.
Yeah. Yeah, we could
Okay.
we could secure it on either end.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Although that probably means leaving the rope. But
Yeah.
that's
We'll
okay.
have to do that eventually, right? The last person that goes across is maybe, unless I guess you could let it dangle.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I don't think we want to let it dangle. I think securing it on both ends is better. Anyways, okay.
So anyone who's going across here is going to have to make a strength check, a survival check specifically.
Can I help people across?
Yes, absolutely. If you want to be helping people, you can give them they'll get a +1 modifier to their check.
All right, so let's do that, and then I'll go
You'll go last.
after.
All right.
Yeah.
So who's going to go first?
I can make the attempt. So what is it we roll? Strength?
You're going to roll survival, which is
Oh,
tied to your
sorry,
strength.
survival.
Is
No,
it?
that's fine. I believe it is.
It's
If not,
beside.
let me-
It's beside wits.
I'm sorry. Stamina. Stamina's the
Oh,
appropriate-
okay.
is what I-
Stamina.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're rolling stamina with a +1 modifier
Okay.
because of your help from Reggie.
Okay.
Not Reggie, from Al.
Okay. Well, how come you don't have any black dice?
I don't know.
You should have a strength of at least. What
I
is
have a-
your strength?
4. I have a strength of 4, but I have a 0 for my stamina.
Yeah, and you should have still been roll. It should have been 0 + 4. That's weird.
Should I roll?
Let me just-
Can I roll strength? Is there a way for me to just roll strength?
Yeah, let me just try the roll again. See what They may
Okay.
have just glitched. And meanwhile, I'm gonna come take a look at your character sheet and see if there's something weird going on there. Yeah, you should have you should be having 7 dice there total.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's not working for some
Eight
reason.
dice actually. All right, let me see what happens when I because I just tried it with another character and it worked fine.
Huh.
All right, well, your stamina is so you got 2 successes, but you also got a panic. Would you
Okay.
like to push this roll so that you don't panic while climbing over?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So is
Mhm.
that a story point?
Nope. Pushing can be done at any time. once. When you push, you are going to roll again, keeping the successes you want, but you
Gain a stress.
gain a point of stress. So what we'll want to do is, I'll do this on your behalf since
Yes,
you're
please.
having trouble with this roll. So what I'm doing, though, is I'm adding a point of stress to Danny Bauer.
Okay.
Then I'm guessing you want to keep the 2 successes and nothing else?
Yep, I don't want that panic.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 dice away from your pool, and we just know those are successes, and then roll again.
Okay.
Whew.
Yay! That scared me for a second.
All right, so you get your 3 successes. So you have a moment. You have a moment where you look down, and you're thinking about your partner and how he died alone, and you don't want that to happen, and you pull it together and you make it across.
Okay.
Now, because there are strong people on either side, anyone else who's going to make the check will get a +2 bonus to the check.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'll be trying to help people. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Exactly. So who's going over next?
One of you two.
Okay.
So,
Sure, I guess.
All right,
You said
so
stamina?
Al's on one end here, Danny's on the other.
Yes,
All right, so,
stamina
yeah,
+2.
So you're rolling stamina with a +2 bonus.
Yeah, that's how
I'm just.
it's the same thing though, isn't it? Like, shouldn't you have some black dice?
Is it because I added? Actually, I think I know what the issue might have been. Just a second. It's because I hit +2 rather than just 2. And that's
Oh,
what
okay.
Oh, I did the same thing.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, just 2 then. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So,
no.
so
Oh, God, there's 2 panics.
Oh, jeez.
Mhm.
But success. So that's
also,
good.
I'm pretty sure in retrospect that you can't push to avoid a panic roll because otherwise.
you would always do that.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's kind of the point of panic. So, okay, so you got a lot of successes, but you also got a freak out. So I'm going to need you to roll panic here, Dr. Driscoll.
Okay.
8. All right. All right, so you start making your way across, but as you do, you start trembling, and the lines sort of moving back and forth, up and down really quickly as you're doing this. And you sort of, you make your way across, but after you're over there, the trembling isn't stopping. You're just sort of doing this all the time.
Oh no.
Any rolls you make with agility are going to be really hard until you calm down.
Calm down a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will make my way slightly up the stairs so that we're not all gathered on the one probably precarious, slightly broken stairwell.
Good idea.
And then I can just sit in the corner and be calm, and then attempt that signature item thing to calm myself down.
Okay. Who's going next?
So
Conrad.
who's over so far? Who's left?
I guess it would be
Is it just
you,
myself?
me, and then is Yusuf and Reggie are still over here, I think. Dr.
Yeah, 'cause the
Yusuf.
ki-
Yeah.
yeah, the
Dr.
kid would be
Yusuf
over
is
as well.
with us, right? But the
The
kid,
kid
no,
went over
the kid was first. Yeah, Ronnie was first to go across.
And that guy's dead, so he'll just crawl away. All right. So
I would like Dr. Yusuf to go first, and then I can follow her. That's fine.
I bet you would. All right. Let's see here.
Ladies first, right?
Oh, that's so nice.
I know.
Chivalry matters most in alien encounters.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Good job,
All right.
Karima.
She makes her way over,
But there.
All right.
Made it
and
look easy.
Only because of
Okay.
the stress that she had.
I'll check for Reggie as well while I'm here.
Okay.
Well, I can go before Reggie. That's fine.
All right.
What?
Okay.
Oh my god. You're so creeping me out.
I know. I'm so suspicious of everything you say now.
Who?
You.
I was making sure everyone gets over safe. You know.
Less insurance claims if we have a mishap.
So I'm rolling stamina +1 or stamina +2?
Plus
Plus
two.
2 now because you have allies on each side.
But by +2, I'm just putting
Nominal allies.
two in the modifier.
Right, don't
Yeah.
put a plus. The plus will mess it all up. Good job.
Easy peasy.
All right, cool. So you have also made your way over. Very good. And then Reggie will follow. And he makes his way over.
Reggie
Very
has 0 stress, apparently.
good. Reggie should probably have some stress. It said he's just introduced in the scenario. And thus, I didn't add it in. I'll make sure next time he rolls he has some appropriate
No, he's
stress.
just been emotionally. He's numb.
Right.
He's immune.
So then
Yeah.
that leaves everyone but
Me.
Al. So Al, you're going to make it over with a +1 because you're not supporting yourself, obviously.
Right. So stamina plus
Mm-hmm.
1. Oops.
Mm-hmm. And not +1, just 1.
Right.
A modifier of 1.
Right. Submit. Oh, jeez.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Roll a d6.
Okay. That's panic, right?
Yeah, roll a panic roll rather.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Get ready to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Do I have any like reflex rolls or anything?
Here.
My buddy.
All right. So you get out onto the you get out halfway between, and you freeze.
Oh no.
And you're just doing it. You're just free. You're just. It's all too much for you.
Yeah.
And you see as Al's sitting out there. He's out there for 30 seconds, 45 seconds. You
Ow.
see the muscles starting
Ow.
to strain in the arm, sort of starting
Come
to
on.
wobble a bit.
You can do this. Come on.
let's pull him up, right?
I'm gonna
We do
try
that?
and reach out to reach his arm and pull him up.
So you're gonna try to help
I'm
out
gonna try
here.
and help.
Okay.
What?
So you're gonna okay. So you're gonna. What it sounds like what you're doing is probably another strength roll from the sounds of things.
Is there a way to base? I know that 10-minute thing's not going to work, but using kind of the empathy manipulation to kind of calm him down, to kind of bring him out of the stress response. To
Sure. You want to try that? Give me a roll for that.
assuming that I'm calm enough.
And then
to-
we're gonna go to what you're attempting, Danny.
Okay.
I won't add anything to it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be so much worse. Roll on.
It's gonna be
roll your own
fine.
panic roll.
It's not that high, and then you look down, you're like, oh god, it's
So let's see here. 7. Nervous twitching. You're still twitching. So the stress level of everyone goes up by 1, except for Al, who is too far away
Okay.
because you're suspended over a chasm.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Doc, you're
so-
freaking me out. Just hold on to my legs. I'm gonna grab him.
All right. So you're gonna make your strength test here.
Okay.
So what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be making the same roll you made before, but it's gonna be at a -1 penalty right now.
-1. Okay.
And you do have to put minus in for penalties. That'll work.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
It works though. It's
It
success.
kind of did. Roll a d6 for your panic roll, please.
Oh, roll my panic.
Oh my gosh.
11
I
is
thought
higher
it was
than
only a
10.
D6, but the panic says 11.
It's the D6 plus your current stress level. So
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
you needed to roll the 1 at that current state.
Okay, so you start to go out over the edge. You start reaching. You feel his hands, but then you look down. You see something wriggling in the darkness down there, and you're no. You start running up the stairs, finding a defensible position, and meanwhile Al's just sitting out there. Okay, so
My
Al,
buddy.
you're breaking out of your stupor at this point, but your arms are tired.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to make this roll with a -3 penalty now.
Oh, I have to roll again?
God.
Oh yes, you're at the halfway point.
I believe in you.
Okay, so stamina -3.
That's right.
I'm gonna use
It's
a
all
story.
gonna be
I'm gonna use a
yellow.
story point.
Okay, that's probably wise.
Brilliant. I forgot about story points.
Okay, so I still make the roll though. It's just that we add 1 success, basically. Okay. So stamina -3. 3? Jeez. Oh, hey, it's fine.
Oh, 1 success plus a success. All right, cool. So you make your way over, and then you're exhausted.
Oh my god.
For the bit behind the rules for the group, anytime you make your panic roll is greater than a 10, an 11 or higher, if you got it while you were rolling for an action, that action is canceled out by whatever panic response you have instead.
Okay, like I was trying to help, and
You're
I
trying to do this,
succeeded with a success, but the panics were just too much, so I
because you
failed.
rolled high enough on your panic, you failed. Exactly.
And same with me trying to get across.
Exactly. Yours was, I think, at 10 you were borderline.
Okay,
yeah, exactly. But definitely 11 or above, it's automatic.
Right.
Now, a house rule that Rob Helliwell and I came up with that we like is that in addition to spending a story point for a success, after you've seen your roll, if you've got a bunch of successes but you panicked so high that you're not going to get your action, you can spend a story point to still do the action and then panic.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
If someone rolls their 7 successes but then they roll a 13 on their panic result, we'll let you get your crazy shot off before you jump off the building or whatever.
Right.
So, all right. Congratulations! You have all defeated the monster known as 6 Missing Stairs in the stairway.
Oh my
The first set of 6 stairs.
Yeah.
And that concludes Act 2.
Yeah.
The gunfire seems to have subsided.
Oh, that's not a good sign, I don't think. Okay.
Not the captain.
Let's go. We're gonna
no.
rush up. What? You sound so sincere, Jason. Conrad.
All right. So you are gonna head upstairs.
Yeah, I'll rush
Yeah.
ahead as well. So I figure since I'm actually buddies with the captain, I'll be a little more panicked, so I may trudge forward.
Dr. Driscoll, the sample's still safe?
I'm assuming. Well, I think the ship is the more important thing than the sample.
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Sure, the ship's
So,
fine.
once you... Okay, let's see if I can select you all at once there. Good. So once you have gotten up to the main level here, there's no longer an emergency stairway. Instead, you come up the same stairway that you entered in.
Yep.
When you get up here, you see Captain Mao lying over here bleeding.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
The ship has taken off.
What?
No!
You can see from the cockpit, you can see that there's a pistol against Rumley's head,
Oh
and it's flying off, and it's kind of, you see the ship, it flies out, it goes maybe, it maybe gets a kilometer or so away, and then the damage that they didn't finish repairing takes over, and the ship just stops and
no.
crashes into the
No.
ground with a sickening explosion.
Oh.
Okay, so no survivors for sure?
Oh no, not out there. No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, those guys are dumb.
So,
Everyone can gain a point of stress right now and make a panic roll.
Okay.
Seems legit.
Can I use my father's tool belt to not take the extra stress, before I make my panic roll?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I get another stress, and then I panic.
Alright, so...
Did my roll go off? Oh, no, it did.
I
no.
only see them for Tilly and Kate right now.
Yeah.
Well, 8's not bad considering how much stress you probably have at this point there, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
Alright.
mean, the ship's probably covered for insurance, so.
typing something. Am I supposed to be rolling a panic roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, nice job.
Okay, so let's see here. So everyone's feeling a little not together right now.
It's been a rough
Okay,
couple
I'm
minutes.
gonna also like kind of watching the explosion and stuff. I'm gonna put my hand in my pocket and hold on to the badge, my dead partner's badge.
Okay.
To reduce the stress.
all right. So Al goes running for cover,
Okay.
and the rest of you just sort of start trembling, except for Danny, your nervous twitch just becomes more pronounced. So basically,
Okay.
everyone is gaining a point of stress.
Another one?
Yep. Except for you, actually. When you seek cover, you actually lose a point of stress, so you can take away a point of stress for that.
And while I'm back there, I can check out my
We'll
father's...
we'll talk about what you find back there in just a minute.
Oh, okay.
So total, we take 2.
Everyone here gains 2 stress, except for Al, who loses a point of stress.
Yeah.
So the initial stress and then the one for failing.
Yeah.
The initial stress, and then one for seeing Al running like a panic.
Okay.
But Jill, you can also remove 1 stress from yourself because you should have lost a point when you ran for cover earlier.
Okay.
So everyone is pretty stressed out right now. Your ride has just crashed into the planet.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have a way off at this point.
But in theory, the radio will work. But my first thing is to deal with the captain.
Absolutely. So you're running over to see the captain. Okay. So the captain has been shot. It's in the stomach. It's not great. You can certainly give a medicine check to see what you can do about it in the short term.
2 of our avatar options are out of commission.
Right?
Our spare bodies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Well, many successes, but there's still a panic in there. So
Huh.
All right.
Oh, good.
and this is just to assess her. And if I have to, I'll blow the story point so I can basically bandage her to stabilize her and then go freak out in the corner.
Roll your panic first of all. Let's see how bad it is. It might not be bad.
Uh,
Alright,
It's
let's do that.
bad.
Alright, you're gonna need that story point if you want to.
Yeah, I'll use
hold
it.
to get it long enough to heal her.
Yeah,
up.
sounds
Alright.
good.
So Captain Mal, you do some amazing feats of medicine very quickly, and then you scream your lungs out. Your stress is decreased by 1 by doing so.
You just need to get it off, and yeah.
Yeah. Then, in theory, everyone who can hear you is supposed to make a panic roll, but it's getting to the point of comedy, so I'm gonna cut that off for a second. All right.
in comparison to watching our ship just blow up, his scream is nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Said in comparison to watching our ship just blow up, listening to the doctor's scream is not.
Exactly. There's a limit.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you guys all just sort of sit there for a long time, just staring at what's out there and what's happened, letting it sink in. About 15 or 20 minutes pass and no one really talks. Everybody loses 2 points of stress during that quiet.
Okay.
You don't hear any movement from the elevator hasn't started moving again. For the moment, things seem quiet. Then, Al, you realize that there's somebody else here. That there is someone that is hiding sort of behind some rubble in the corner here.
Okay.
And it's clearly not Mao, and it's clearly not Rumley.
Who's there? I'll like point my weapon at
Don't
them.
don't do anything, man. I'm armed.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Put your hands up. Drop your weapon.
All right.
And I'll shout, someone's over here.
This is... So you see,
Sound effects, man.
you see a pirate. There's a pirate here. One of the surviving pirates. And the look of them, he's oh gosh, is he 18? He's barely older than Ronnie.
What's your name?
Is this Dave?
No,
Dave.
Dave was on the ship, man. No.
What's your name?
No.
Dave's not here.
My name's Edgar.
Edgar.
Edgar. They left me behind. I started coughing when I was on the while I was on the elevator, and they said that I couldn't. After the shooting stopped, they said that I had to stay behind. They pointed a gun at me. The fuck is that about?
You were coughing?
Take a
Yeah.
step back.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just. And then at that point, he grabs his chest.
Oh no.
I really don't feel good.
Oh
Oh, he's got the flu. He's gonna puke.
He starts
no.
vomiting.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you see
God.
all this puke coming out
Yeah.
and stuff, and he's still vomiting, and now you're seeing like blood in there mixed in with it, and he's still somehow. I mean, how can this person possibly be still doing this? And now you're seeing like organs getting pushed out of his mouth,
No.
his mouth snapping open, and this long segmented worm-like creature
Oh.
leaps out of its mouth.
I'm going to shoot at it.
Yeah.
I think everyone should gain a point of stress right now.
Oh, I'm so glad we had that meditation moment before this.
I'm nothing if not kind.
Yeah.
So,
All
let's
the balance.
see.
Malacrity says, give him a chance. I'm sure he's just fine. Allergies. Does anyone have an EpiPen?
Alright, so let's... Oh, hey, look, guys! There's a thing here now.
Oh, no. It's a worm. An alien
It
worm.
is a worm. Okay. Open the term tracker here.
Oh. Is this our first combat situation?
It's true. It's been mostly. I mean, you know, when you look at the first Alien movie,
Yeah.
the alien's only in it for.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, can everyone see the turn order tracker?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
I can't.
Cool.
Should we be seeing people on a map here?
Yes. You okay?
Maybe,
yeah, I do have everyone on the map.
Maybe zoom out or something, Jason? You
Yeah,
might just Yeah.
you're on the upper area of the map, the upper corner.
Perfect. See it now.
All right. So, now what I'm going to need everyone to do, there is something called initiative card in your auto rollers, right next to the panic button, so you
Yep.
know where to find it.
Okay.
So if everyone could press that.
Card number, it says.
Oh,
Just
wow,
submit.
Not very useful at all.
No.
Okay, yeah, no,
We have
no.
initiative card and initiative dice.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so initiative card is what we'll do. So basically, there is a deck of cards that comes with this that you just deal out to people with their initiative number. So we'll just do it that way. So okay, Marshall Bauer, you're going at initiative 3. That's good because we count up in this system. So if someone wants to mark Bauer's initiative as 3 on the turn order track, that'd be lovely. Mr. Schmidt, you're going at 2. Al Hollis, you're going at 9.
Okay.
Dr. Driscoll, you're going at 10.
So Jason, yeah.
And the creature is going at 4, 7, and 8.
What? How do you make it do all of those on this turn order tracker?
Well, you won't. I mean, you could duplicate it or something. But the key thing, it's actually pretty easy in this case because it. So I'm just gonna hit 4 because all of its numbers happen to be between you guys.
Right.
So I'll just.
I think that
Sort ascending. There we go.
Hilly's isn't correct.
Yeah, he'd be at a 10.
So you just need to, yeah.
There we go. All right, cool. So everyone needs to make a panic roll though first because you just saw an alien jump out of someone.
That's fair.
Good luck, guys.
I got a 6.
Oh well, that's good. You keep it together for now.
I'm like
I
a.
hit it. It lagged, so I hit it twice.
All right, well, we'll take your first one. All right, so Conrad, you are frozen, so you lose your stress action this turn, and anyone who's very close to you, which will just be Dr. Yusuf, gains a point of stress. As do you. So we're going to be skipping your action for this turn.
No, that's fair.
And mine as well. I also rolled a 10.
Okay, so 2 who are ahead of it nominally. Okay. Al, you got a 6, so you're keeping it together for now. You're fine. And the doctor, you are increasing your stress by. No, you're trembling. You never switch in. So you're increasing your stress by 1, and Captain Mao's stress by 1. All right, so we'll go through the turn tracker. So the Conrad and Marshal Danny Bauer are skipping their first actions because they
Panicked.
All right, so now I need to get the worms activation. Now, where is
that? Sorry, just having a look at chat here. They're talking about the system. With the panic roll, you do roll a d6 as well. You just add your stress to the result. Is that correct?
Right, but when they're pressing the panic button, what it's doing is you're rolling a d6 and adding it to your current panic points. Or your current stress points.
Right.
And a roll of 1 to 6 means nothing happens, so a character with low stress is probably going to be okay most of the time. The really terrible results start at 11 plus. At 15, you basically are no longer a player character. So... But we'll see that soon enough.
We'll see that soon. Yeah.
Will we?
Roll good.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So the creatures go. So oddly, the way I guess because the aliens are can be so lethal, but sometimes don't do anything particularly nasty. The way they model this is that every alien in the game has a table for what it does on its turn.
Okay.
So let's see here. This one. Oh. Okay. So Al, you'd probably be the closest person to it.
That's what it looks like.
See the dude. So the thing scuttles over to you, and then it sort of just launches itself at your throat.
No.
No.
I do not consent to this.
My buddy.
Do I have to make...
That's a reasonable thing. So I'm rolling. Alright. It misses with 8 dice.
Ha!
That's very good for you.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That is
yeah.
luck. That is what that
I'm like,
is.
dude, you just were in a body. Don't be greedy.
So it runs over and launches at your throat.
Yeah.
You manage to just dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
Then this creature gets 3 activations.
Yes.
Then it...
Wait, it gets to act 3 times in a round and 3 times each time?
Well, no, 3 times in a round. So
Oh, okay.
It counts 4, 7, and 8. So
Okay.
that was count 4.
Oh, I
Count
see. 7 is also before me.
Yeah, I'm just around. So next, having jumped onto you but missed your throat, the teeth in its little mouth
Tiny.
and squeals at you,
Yeah.
a keening not unlike the keening you heard from the body downstairs.
Okay.
So you're gonna need to make a panic roll.
Sure.
Why not, right?
I can do that.
Here we go.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Get a 1.
Boom. I got 8.
That's almost a 1.
An 8,
It's single digits.
Yeah,
an 8
yeah.
means you're trembling, so any agility actions are gonna be harder. And then finally, all right. Then finally, it runs over and just goes down the elevator shaft.
That's fine. See ya.
Yeah, I'm
Wait.
sure you'll never see it again.
Okay.
Oh. What was that?
Yusuf says, "That was amazing. I've never seen anything like that."
Yusuf, you need to. Oh.
Yusuf, can you get some samples from the body?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We do need to. We
What?
need to check this out.
Are you
What?
kidding me? How can you be so calm after what just
I'm not
happened?
calm. I'm definitely not calm. But we need to know what these things are.
It doesn't really matter what they are. We just need to keep them away from us.
I agree.
Except
Al is looking around. I heard some mention previously about some pirate ships that got destroyed here. There were several pirate ships. One got away, but there were some destroyed on the planet. Is that right?
That was what what someone said. Yes, that one of the pirates. Reggie told you that there were 2 ships here, and one of them got destroyed.
Like, I want to know if there's any way of like fixing that other ship.
Oh yeah, he says that ship. He says, I don't think so. He says I think that ship's.
It's sailed.
It has. I'm afraid. Those ships were lost in the lower atmosphere, but they weren't anywhere near where we are right now.
Right.
Is there any way we can send out like a distress signal? Is there something?
There was
maybe-
there was the communications that we received originally. So
Well, you determined that someone had the communications right here so that it wasn't sending the proper signals,
Yes.
and they did it in advance of the pirate attack.
And I would assume like they know that we're here and expect for us to report back at a certain time, but it's like, how far away are we from where the signal is going? Like, is it going to be years before they get it?
It will be. It'll have to be picked up by a passing ship, and then it will. You're probably looking. I mean, to give you context, you guys are here in early March. The Marines found this place in its state in early January. So
Right.
you're probably looking at 2 months. 2 months.
It's
And
not
even-
going to be like a day.
No, and frankly, these guys have already eaten through a lot of the supplies.
Right. Well, maybe
are
we
there
can.
more supplies?
Maybe
like,
we can eat
downstairs?
some of those worm things.
Look, Reggie says. Reggie looks at you, Al, and he says, "This is okay." He says, "If we're too exposed up here. We need to go elsewhere."
Okay.
So look. I know there's a secret hospital here. There's a medical facility, and I can get us into it.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And the captain might need some medical attention as well.
yeah, I'd say that as much as I managed to stop the bleeding, there might be something, and your shoulder has to probably get looked at properly as well. There, Marshall.
And-
Does this look infected to you?
He says, but he says, and he whispers this too. He says, "This is very important." He says, "This is a very secretive facility, and it's possible some of your friends came here for that purpose. So we need to keep a close eye on them. Okay?
Sure.
Okay."
Okay. I get you. I wink at him.
How's the kid handling all of this? Not the winking, but the alien attack.
Yeah, not great. Not great. Are you going to go over to check on her? Or?
Niels,
Well, if the captain is movable, then we can check on her before we head down, just to make sure
Okay.
we're all together.
How are we getting down to this?
I assume the elevator.
The elevator will take you.
Okay,
He says
good.
he has
Going.
he goes and presses. He says.
oh yeah,
"My
remember his
fingerprint."
handprint or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure the elevator was still in working order enough to go back down.
They smashed the controls on shaft A, but yeah, not.
As long as we use the elevator's buttons. Basically,
Okay.
you can't call the elevator to shaft A, essentially.
All right. And once we go down, are we not guarding this elevator anymore, or what are we gonna do?
I would suggest maybe. At least have someone on it.
Maybe we can figure out a way to disable it temporarily once we get where we need to go. I don't
There
know.
might be the equivalent of
I could
We
maybe
could smash
wait.
the call button up here.
No, we might need it later.
Well, no,
Uh,
the equivalent to like
can I-
when you move in an apartment, so you just toggle it to like fire.
I turn the key. Yeah.
Would like a heavy machinery roll to jerry-rig the elevator to only work, like, you know how when it's on moving mode in your apartment building and like only, you know, it doesn't go. I want to do that.
Okay, I get you. All right, yeah, you can do that for sure. So you're gonna try to sort of make this give us heavy machinery here, so that no one else is gonna be able to use this
Like,
elevator.
first
once
let's go
you-
down to the, I guess.
Smart.
Yeah, first
Smart.
let's go down to the place where we want to go, and then I'll start messing around with the controls.
Okay, cool. So all right. So you go down into the darkness, further into the mine than you've ever gone before.
I check my weapon and make sure it's loaded.
All right, so let's gonna do this right this time. Well, I think I am. All right, gonna do this right this time and bring you guys over to the map intentionally.
Oh, okay.
All right. Can everyone see the map of the facility, or the side view of the map of mine again?
Yeah, I see a mine.
Yeah, we're
a
in the
mine
mine
shaft.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So you have all just been upstairs. I'm gonna give you the open view of that again.
Okay.
So it starts descending downward. As it does, you notice a much larger natural tunnel than any of the ones you've seen before. Like, if one of these creatures made that, it would have to be many times larger than what you just saw.
Mm-hmm.
It
Sweet.
must be natural. Yusuf, I'm sure, is excited by the whole thing.
Yeah, it's probably just the miners.
As you clear the way down to the beta shaft, to shaft B, you can see here that it looks like someone has planted TNT in various locations here.
What?
Does it
There's-
look like pirate TNT?
This you would say this looks like it is probably TNT that was used here as part of demolitions.
Okay.
And someone has there's also a skull there, and someone has written on a piece of wood, abandon all faith in abandon all hope in red.
Oh no.
Well,
It's-
ultimately, we
Oh,
knew
wow.
that something bad happened in they dug too deep, greedily and too deep in Chef B. So
Yeah.
and either Shawn is very still or he froze.
Shawn, no.
Oh no. Well, we should probably take a little
A little
quick
break.
break for drinks and stuff.
Yep. Malacrity thinks that this is the Balrog's tunnel.
Oh.
And Neil is wondering who's going to Gandalf this sitch. Oh, Jill, you should tell your joke.
Oh my gosh. You guys. I wrote a joke. And now it's going to be on the internet for everyone to hear. Okay. It's a Lord of the Rings theme joke, so here we go.
Oh, perfect then.
Yeah.
Sauron spent weeks training the new bell specialist. He wanted them to sound all at once at noon, not a minute before or after. On the first day, the specialist rang all but one bell. Sauron was furious and punished him accordingly. The second day, the specialist rang only one bell. Once again, Sauron punishes the man. On the third day, the specialist forgot a bell. In a fury, Sauron exclaimed, "You idiot! I told you! It is so simple I gave you one instruction. One rule, to ring them all."
Amazing. Love it. Shawn will be sad.
I think Shawn heard it. Did he?
Earlier,
She
yeah.
read it. Yeah. Camille says, "Wow, Jill." I have some messages from Shawn, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he's saying that he hung up and that he's rebooting now.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
Hey.
yay!
Yay! All right, there we go.
I told
Yeah,
my
Sauron.
I told my Sauron bell joke.
Yeah, Malacrity made a Balrog joke. Neil said something about Gandalf, so I was like, "Oh, Jill, tell your joke."
Oh dear.
Immortalized forever.
The joke's dug too deep.
One rule to ring them all.
Alright. So, are we still on? Can everyone still see the mind side view?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. Alright, so as we were, the mind then starts continuing deeper. And this is deeper now than the official depth of the mind. And yet, you can still see signs of unnatural digging or of non-mining excavation, even this low.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. And you can hear, whereas before when you were coming down, you couldn't really hear anything over the sound of the grating of the elevator. You can hear more of those keening noises in some of these tunnels now.
Yeah.
This whole way down, Danny has been trying to use her flashlight to look in the holes in case she can see any bodies or anything.
I love it. All right, cool. So,
Do you want to make another panic roll?
Yeah, I'm not doing that at all. I'm letting you watch.
I've got priorities.
So, you come down to the very bottom. It stops for good this time.
For good.
Hopefully not for
Well, you're at the bottom.
Oh,
You've
okay.
hit bottom.
Okay.
And this appears to just be, if you look around, you see just a whole bunch of carts here, and it looks like there's a bunch of, I don't know, excess storage or something. Reggie says, "The door is secret. It's over here. Come on this way." And as you start to move over, you notice that it's starting to rain. Starting to rain worms.
Close your mouth.
Oh my god! No.
Oh yes. Yes, it's happening. Everyone can add a point of stress.
I assumed.
That's awful.
You're gonna need a mobility check to move through this dark corridor without this dark area without getting
Wormed on.
parasites on you. Yeah, exactly.
Mobility, you said?
Yeah, mobility with dexterity, I believe, or agility. Look at me speaking D&D.
I'll just roll my panic as well.
You don't need to roll panic here. You just gained a point of stress.
No.
He got a face hugger thingy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Driscoll, you run off in the other direction to find cover from.
Oh no.
That's fair. I'll just run. As long as I'm getting out of the worms, that's what matters.
Goodbye, it was nice knowing you.
All right.
Can I use my story point?
Absolutely can use your story point.
Okay. assume that I did that.
Okay.
I'm rolling mobility.
Yep.
Yeah.
No modifiers.
No.
Okay.
All right. Wow, you
Wow.
all did very well.
You
You
have
are
a lot
very
of
stressed,
stress.
sir.
Driscoll, you're running off in the other direction, and as you do, you see one of the carts rears up, and oh my gosh, it's not a cart at all.
It's a
It is-
giant worm.
Indeed, it is huge, and it looks angry.
/ hungry.
Yeah, something like that. So let's see here.
All right. So,
Oh dear.
Tilly, do you want to be the captain or do you want to be Yusuf?
I'll be fine. I'm good.
I want to be a worm.
Yeah.
Neil,
We're the real winners here.
Neil says, can you use story points to have gotten on a different ship at the start? Going to a vacation planet, perhaps? We're all
I didn't know
wish-
we were allowed to use those like that.
Yeah, we're all wishing that we did that.
All right, so there they go. My when it rebooted, all of my journal entries were gone.
Oh.
So I was like, "Hey, where are all my stat blocks?"
Yes.
But it's okay. I found them.
Good.
Oh, good.
Just assume they have low stats and everything. It would
Add
be
add
fine.
one stress though, Shawn.
Okay. Okay. So the right. So this large creature is in front of you now. It's probably at least 3 or 4 times the thickness of one of those smaller worms that you saw earlier.
Like smaller than the one upstairs, or smaller as in the ones falling on my head?
Smaller than it's big. Yeah, it's bigger than both of those.
Oh boy.
And it's in front of you, and it's just sort of swaying like a cobra in front of you. You gain +1 stress.
I lost one for going to cover. Now I gained one for seeing the cover. It has moved.
It's all good. The rest of you, meanwhile, though, he opens the door. And he's like, move, 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 and you see now a metallic corridor.
Yeah.
Very, very nice looking, very modern, well lit, and there's a door at the end of this long corridor. He's like, run!
Uh-huh.
So you're all booking it.
Yes.
As he does, you see sentry guns start to come down, and they're targeting on you.
Oh,
He's
what?
like, keep running. It's okay. I have authorization.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's like, authorization. And he's running up to it and says, authorization required. Vocal code. And he starts speaking and stuff and says, your voice sounds agitated. Are you under coercion?
Oh, no!
He says, of course I'm fucking agitated. Open the goddamn door.
Oh,
So you
no.
guys, and as you come in here, you see the door didn't quite close as it was slamming. One of the worms threw itself into it, and it's been segmented. And now you see it's turned into 2 worms.
Oh, no.
And more are pouring in behind. Meanwhile,
On the other side of the island.
On the other
Absolutely.
side of the island.
okay, so Tilly, Dr. Driscoll, big giant creature in front of him. What are you gonna do?
I had time. I had some plans. I think that I'm going to try to slowly back away and see if because it hasn't actively attacked me yet.
It's true.
And if actually this might work, I don't know. Since I have probably one of its young in a test tube, I will try to. I doubt it'll be threatened by me trying to kill it, but
You just hold a tiny gun up to the test tube. I'll do it.
but what would I have? Yeah, I'll just try the backing away part.
Okay,
And
so you
then-
do that, and it's staying for a second, and then you realize there's another one behind you.
Oh my god.
No!
And as you turn around,
You're so dead.
oh yeah. As you turn around, it sort of, you sort of look at it, your mouth agog, and its mouth disgorges hundreds of little worms, several of which end up in your mouth, and you feel them writhing down your throat.
No.
And then, with a single sort of tail flick, it breaks your legs and leaves you there.
Oh my gosh.
Because you'll suffice as an incubator with broken legs.
Fair.
So we're gonna give you Dr. Mao because you went to such efforts to take good care of her.
Sounds good. The captain?
Yeah, Captain Mao.
Right.
All right. So,
Rip Tilly.
Oh no! The dog had such important powers.
One thing, yeah, so I know I'm going to be dead, but is there a way that I could not become an incubator? Thus, with some of the meds or something on me to
sure,
finish myself off in a less painful bugs bursting out of my chest kind of way?
absolutely. You give us a medical roll for the character to see if you are able to sort of
Medical aid, apparently.
Wait, are you trying to fix your own broken legs?
Oh no, I'm trying to.
He's euthanizing himself.
Oh, I see.
Oh no!
No, I'll just panic and be scared and then slowly die. It'll be fine.
Oh no, you don't have any more story points left? I guess maybe it doesn't matter.
You should be able to control and see the character sheet for Captain Mao at this point. All right. So you okay.
I'm just gonna bring up Captain
The door
Mao.
opens up, and you guys run through into a medical facility. As the doors close behind you, you see the sentry guns coming alive, shooting this onrushing swarm, this tidal wave of worm-like creatures. And the door slams shut behind you.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna say, okay, are we all in here? And I'm gonna like kind of do a head count and notice that the dock's missing.
Oh,
And
no.
is there like a window or anything, or they're just?
They're just down there. You hear the guns are going. Ba, 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 ba. All right.
Oh, we left the dock out there.
Theory, I had a.
There goes your samples, Conrad.
Well, we can get them back later. Oh, sure.
Okay. So you are all here now.
Okay, is there any worms in this room? That's what Conrad's
Not that
concerned
you can
with.
see. The only thing you see right now, you see this clean, very, very professional-looking, advanced medical facility. This is the kind of medical facility where they're not expecting visitors, so they're not worried about making it look nice for the outsiders. I mean, this is a place where work is done. And coming towards you, you see a synthetic life form, obviously synthetic. This is not one of the really lifelike androids. This is more like a working Joe class of android. And sort of with a slight limp moving towards you and saying, "Oh, hello. What is the nature of your medical emergency?"
Oh my god.
So,
Does this look infected to you?
love it. Okay.
Aha.
So between acts now, so let's.
I almost did it.
Yeah, you almost made it.
So let's see here. I think everybody attempted to fulfill their agenda, so far as I could tell last time. So everyone can gain a story point for that.
Great.
Okay, so Bauer, that is you, right, Jill?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you access to your Act 3 agenda now. And let's see here.
Get some kudos.
Wallace.
We've got some kudos for you, Shawn, about your horror descriptions in the chat.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
And For the record, my Act 2 agenda was to get to the medical thing, so I did see it before.
Oh no,
and
so
it went to the horrible thing.
So close.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why it's important that story points
right, so
carry over to so he gets the story points for his dead character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Driscoll. Sorry,
I
no
think
Driscoll.
I see mine. Okay.
And all right, so everyone should see precisely one agenda in the Act 3 section, and it should be an agenda that matches your character. If not, let me know.
Yeah, mine's me. Huh. Alright.
So should we take a quick break for bathroom and whatnot?
We can.
I think that would be an excellent idea, yeah.
Okay.
Fresh water.
I
Get
will...
the worms out of our hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how long do you want to do? Like 10 minutes?
10 minutes?
I don't even need that long, but if you guys want 10, I can always use more time.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 would be good for me.
Let's do 10. It's a little shorter than normal, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's 39, so...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to disconnect from the video chat for that, just so that whatever's happening, reset the counter on it or whatever.
Yep,
Okay.
sounds good. We'll be back, everybody.
All right. We'll
10
be
minutes.
right back.
Cool.
Hi, everybody. We are back. Welcome.
Oh, that's my timer telling me to get back here.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
All right. Yep. So, cool. All right, so where we left off a few minutes ago, you have just made your way into the secret medical facility. And when I say you, I mean all of you except for Dr. Russell. Dr. Russell Driscoll, who is outside. And
distracting them from getting you. It was a brief last stand kind of like 300 mile, yeah.
Definitely. And so now this clearly medically inclined android is walking towards you. When he sees Reggie, he says, greetings, patient R735. And Reggie, I've asked you not to. He said, I'm sorry. Yes, Reggie. Hello, Reggie. He says, you brought many patients.
Oh, God.
He looks, he says, he points at Bauer. He says, you are injured.
Yeah, does this look infected to you?
Oh, this is exceptional work. Which of you did it?
That was our doctor. He didn't make it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We've lost our doctor as well. I was hoping you brought one.
Oh.
Well, we've got Dr. Yusuf.
Oh, yes, yeah. Dr. Yusuf is just like looking around all the tech and like, oh, hello. Like she was just sort of off in her own, sort of doing her own thing. So, yes, Dr. Yusuf, and they speak, and he says, Reggie, what is the purpose of this visit? We know that you would only bring people with clearance into this lab. So what is your purpose here? And he looks at all of you expectantly.
The captain, who I've now turned into, also got really badly shot in the stomach, so I'm sure that the blood is probably obvious.
True. So he'll so he starts looking at her and checking and says, "Oh, this work is also well done, although it looks a little more hurried." But he provides some painkillers, just things that will help ease your recovery. Yes.
So, what is the purpose of this place down here?
This is where we perform advanced medical research. Yes. And of course, you know that, right?
Yes. Oh, yes, because we work for the company.
Yes, the company. Yes. And since
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Robot froze.
Oh no.
The robot froze.
Is there a reset button on this thing?
We're all just
try
like
and,
searching around.
Yeah, gripping the back of their head.
Bop them on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to probably take off video probably.
Shawn probably just needs to restart his computer.
For those of us last week, this happened once, and minor technical glitches,
Yeah.
and seem to always come at very opportune times.
Yeah. He's rebooting. I'm gonna take Al aside, and I'm going to say, do you know why your brother's here in the first place?
Came here to work.
Do you know what he did?
What do you mean?
Like what his job was here?
Well, I think he was a miner.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I'm just wondering. I wonder if all the miners had access to this medical facility.
Yeah, it's weird, eh?
Yeah. I don't have any more Lord of the Rings jokes, unfortunately.
How's it going, chat? What are you thinking? What happened?
Oh, Doctor.
I wish I wasn't dead. How do you type as your character?
Just beneath the chat box, you see as, and it probably says
Oh!
as your name.
Oh, that's too funny.
So you have the option to type as. I have the option of typing as either or of the characters at this point.
That's so cool. I see Sean
Beyond
has...
the grave.
Yes, Sean has joined the chat again.
Yeah, so we'll do this like we did it last time. I'm gonna mute your videos.
Turn our videos off.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Danny and Al had a little private conversation where we kind of wondered at how strange it is that Reggie was a miner here and then had access to this medical facility.
That does seem surprising, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Weird.
So like Danny was just kind of asking what he did and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, he says he says I was here to assist and to provide a liaison to the rest of the mine, to work with the management upstairs so that most of the miners didn't realize what was going on down here.
So
Yeah.
what exactly was going on down here?
There's some very cutting edge medical research going on down here. We can't have that kind of stuff leaking out.
So you're in with this. You're in with this medical stuff, Reggie?
I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm trying to do my part. And
Such a good man.
frankly, I was
love
a
you.
bit sick. Thanks. I was a bit sick, and they were helping me with that. So everyone wins.
So wait,
I'm
you
gonna-
you were sick and got better?
They do really good treatment here.
Hmm.
So here's the situation. There is another shuttle. There is another ship that we have access that is here that we could potentially escape with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, why didn't we lead with that?
Well, because there's another exit from this facility that used to lead to that spaceship, to that ship, and that was where our doctor went when things went bad.
Dr. Daniels?
Dr. Daniels, yes. Unfortunately, he was going to go there. He got pulled away by one of those creatures first.
Okay.
And
Sorry, he was trying to make his way to this shuttle?
he was gathering people with the plan of escaping, but he got snatched away by one of the creatures, and his eyeball, he has a synthetic eyeball, a cybernetic eyeball, and that is what the ship is coded to.
So we need to go find his gross alien-infested body and pluck out his synthetic eyeball.
Well,
Unless you think you can hotwire it.
Yeah, maybe I can.
He says, I'll warn you, since we're talking about very high security systems.
Yeah, but I did the elevator. I did the elevator. So.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Is the eyeball going to be on the way to the shuttle anyway?
Yes and no. The direct path to the shuttle was cut off, and you would probably have to go through that area. Now, the dock had a transponder tag on him, as do most colonists. So we could whip something up here to
Track where he
here to track where he is. Now, the bad news is he was down in a real nest of alien activity, of these worm activity.
Mm-hmm.
But given how many of them we have beating at our door over here, it might be possible for us to sneak around and do an end run on them.
Is there any weapons in this lab? Anything we could use to fight those things?
Says Reggie says I might be able to scrounge up a few things. Yeah.
Is there any more patients down here that we need to worry with?
They kind of look at each other, and he kind of looks over at the and says, "Well, there was one other patient. Yes, patient R650, but she's standing there right behind you." And he points over to Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
Veronica, what are you doing out like this? You gave us all quite a fright. And she says, she kind of gets sullen at that. She says, "You'd have made do without me. You always do."
Ronnie, were you with the doctor, this Dr. Daniels, when he tried to escape?
She searched. Yeah. He was trying to. He was trying to get me out when we were attacked by the lead pirate. Real bastard.
Young lady.
But then he.
You're the foul-mouthed one.
He says, and then she says, but then Reggie jumped the pirate and told me to run. And I didn't see Reggie again until we all met him in the hallway, in the corridor.
Ethan's taking a bath, everybody.
So, if it's only the two of you left, was there any of the miners left? Did you see any of them?
I think there are some of them up there, but I heard some of them talking about eating people. I wasn't gonna.
Geez.
Do they think that helped with the worm?
Well, from what Reggie says, from what we gather, some of them have been exposing themselves to the radioactive remnants of the core from the reactor in the hope that it pacifies the worms.
To turn themselves into superheroes.
They might have a bit of a point, because the worms were a lot more dormant before you kicked that reactor going and started the environmental cleaning.
Huh.
Well, I think the getting out of here is the key.
Yeah. Let's go.
For sure.
We could stay here for a little while if you all need a bit of time to calm. This is a safe place. Maybe we've all been through a lot.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe we spend an hour. So, all right.
Well, we can spend while we're spending the hour, just curious on if he has the maps or layout to see where we're headed, essentially, to plan out. Because basically it sounded like there was another way out of this lab. Is that what it sounded like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just revealing some stuff now.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So this entrance over here, this is the exit which originally led to the which originally led to the escape craft, and now it leads into the lower caverns. It leads into the natural caverns that were broken into in Shaft B.
Right.
This is where you are all standing now is sort of the primary research area. There's a lot of tubes and a lot of stuff like that. This room over here has fogged. The glass is fogged on the doors and is marked as restricted access only.
Uh-huh.
And then this appears to be another medical facility. They don't have a lot of chairs and tables, but they're able to find some things for you to sit in if you guys need some time to just sort of rest quietly and think about what's happened and process your grief a bit.
Remove some stress points.
Absolutely. If you take an hour, you can easily each dump 6 stress.
Each. Okay.
Like, get rid of 6?
Yeah, every 10 minutes you're able to spend sort of 5 to 10 minutes you're able to spend in a safe place.
Yeah.
Is enough time to... You guys just haven't had a safe moment for
right.
most of the visit.
That's
all right, well, I'll get rid of all my stress then. I'm feeling
me too.
tip-top.
Yeah.
It's a great day.
6
Well,
is all your stress?
I only had 4.
6.
I had 6.
Yeah.
Remember because I got to run and hide, which like got rid of one of my stresses and
Now, does anyone want to... If anyone wants to... The 6 points is assuming you're spending all your time just sort of chilling out. But if anyone wants to accomplish anything in this facility, openly or surreptitiously, you can do that as well. And depending how long it takes, you may recover a little less stress. But...
I would like to sort of explore the area.
Okay. Okay. So
I'm trying to determine, like, and I'll even ask Ronnie, like, what kind of work was done down here?
it says a lot of it was based around cancer research, working on cures for various cancers. Give me an observation roll, Jason.
Yeah.
oh, that's a lot of nothing. Push it. You can push it.
Sure.
Wait, why
You've
do
got
you
a point of
wait?
stress.
Are you still stressed? Did you
Well,
lose 6 stress and still have 3?
We'll assume that he lost the stress and then he did the thing.
Yeah, he had a lot of stress.
Yeah, so Shawn, I took 6 stress off. We'll go through this, and then you can determine, like, did I lose 6? Did I lose 5? And I'll just add it back up if you want to do it that way.
But it looks like you still
Sure.
have 3 stress. Did you have 9 stress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier he rolled something and it was just all yellow boxes as far as the eye can see.
Are you like catatonic once you get 10 stress? What happens when you get 10 stress?
No. If you roll a panic result of 15 or higher, so if you roll high on a d6 with 10 points of stress, you could go catatonic. Yes.
Okay,
I'm
there's
fine,
just a
guys.
chance. Okay.
So I had to add
Okay.
a stress. Sorry if I
So
want
are you going to push on this roll, Conrad?
Yes.
If so,
Yes.
add a point of stress and then roll the whole pool again.
So now you're back
The
up to
stench.
4, which is what I was at.
I feel great at 4. I don't know.
It checks out, like, for a corporate person.
Right.
Okay, look at
Nice.
that.
Nice,
Well,
nice,
Conrad,
nice.
you find a lot of stuff, and normally I might give some of this to you secretly, but we're in Act 3 and we have an audience, so you know.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So we don't know this. Only Conrad knows this.
Right.
And the dead Dr. Driscoll knew some of this. Continue on.
When you come over here, you kind of work your way over here and you find a ventilation grate,
Yep.
and you're able to sort of peer in through it beyond the. And you can see in there are at least 3 or 4 cryo tanks in there, and they look like they have people in them. You also notice.
I'm looking into sort of the restricted.
Into the restricted area, exactly. They look like they have people in them. Furthermore, as you're going through here, you'll see that the computer over here. There's a computer over here. It seems to be like dedicated to case histories, people they've treated, that kind of thing. You also notice over here they have like a small little glass container of earth, and in it looks like there are little worms.
No, bad.
Oh, so it's how big is the glass container?
The glass container is. I mean, think of like an ant display, and make it a big ant display. It's that kind of thing.
Okay. So it's I can't carry it. Can't put it in my pocket.
No, I mean you do have a chrome briefcase. You might be able to fit it in there.
I just open up the briefcase and like shake it in.
Dump it in.
I'm sure nothing will go badly with that.
Very, very stealthily. If I wanted my own worm sample, like that would be hard to do, maybe.
I think you could probably give me a. I mean, you definitely need to roll for it because you don't want to
Carry
do
it
this
in your mouth,
Yeah, just put it right in your mouth.
like under your tongue. Nobody
Yeah.
will notice it's there.
Up in the gum. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like me to roll, Shawn?
Roll stealth mouth.
Mouth stealth.
I think that this feels like a wits roll to me, and I'm just trying to get character sheets here so I can look at your character. There we go. So yeah, how about wits plus survival?
Sure.
I mean, makes sense to me.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds
Nice.
about right.
Oh, that's what you deserve. All right, roll panic.
Good thing you're in another room.
Did I succeed?
Oh, you succeed, but you have to still roll panic because you got facehuggers.
You might not succeed if you panic too bad.
If you roll a 1, you're fine.
Oh, you're
You're
good.
fine. You're fine.
You're
All right, you keep
good.
it together. You get so you get one of them, and you kind of get them, and then one of them drops, and it moves along your arm with alarming speed. Up your really nice synthetic leather. So yeah, right. And you're not sure if you're more worried for your life or your wardrobe. But you manage, with icy precision, you pick it up. You put it in a little in a bit of earth and put it in a little vial, and you stick it in your case.
Excellent.
Wow.
This is for evidence for later.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not gonna come back to be a decision we all regret.
So is there? So okay. So that's. I feel like that's 4 successes worth of observation right there.
Okay.
Did anyone else have anything they wanted to achieve before you leave here?
The main thing I'd be interested in is to talk to Reggie about what he knows about the path to where we're headed, and basically more of like what we're going to come up against in the effort of trying to get this eye and then go, and also possibly how the 2 of them have been not eaten, like almost everyone else seems to have had some issues.
All right. So he will. You'll talk about it with him. He'll give you some hints or sort of what he knows. And what we'll do is when we move to that map, I'll show you a few areas on that map at that time because of what he
that's fine.
knows. Yeah.
Basically, just want to not be 100% surprised when we are making the inevitable gunfight down a tunnel to escape to the ship.
Right.
Right. Okay. Cool. So
And I'm gonna ask why they haven't tried to leave sooner.
Well, he says the ship is keyed to the cybernetic eyeball of Dr. Daniels, which we don't have. So it seemed just safer to stay here and wait for a rescue. I assume you're the rescue.
We're gonna try to be.
Good.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Is this android gonna come with us?
The android says, I believe I will stay here. The facility must be guarded.
Okay.
From what? Well, if no one else is here, what's the point of guarding this facility?
It must be guarded until it can be reclaimed.
I just spotted. Is there people in that room? I'm sorry, just walking around.
In the you're talking about the locked room there.
Yeah.
He sort of looks. He looks at you and he looks at Reggie and he says, "That room is very highly classified. I'm afraid I can't take you in there."
No. It just looked like there might be people in there.
If there's other survivors, we should all make the run to get out of here.
Ronnie says, "I'm in there."
What?
She says. She looks at. She says, "You might as well show them, or else I'm gonna tell them anyways."
Oh.
You're in
That's
there?
bizarre.
The android sort of shakes his head, says, "Very well." And he goes and opens the door and shows you.
Okay.
So, in here you see there are 4 cryo tubes, and in each of them, you see Ronnie.
In each of them?
Yes.
Oh, I knew there was something about this kid. And I'm gonna...
You did?
She doesn't look as healthy as she does here. In some of them, she's showing a lot of sign of sickness.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who has any medical training at all would recognize these as signs associated with leukemia, late-stage leukemia onsets. And she says, my full name is Veronica Desjardins. She says, I'm the daughter of Senator Desjardins of the United America Senate. When I became sick and my dad was told there was no cure, he was approached about this facility and I was brought here, where they have been working on fixing me. Indeed.
How come there's so many of you?
The android steps forward at that point. He says, the work here has been based in part on, rather than curing the actual virus in the original body, it has been based on cloning a new body that does not have the deficient genetic sequences, using certain DNA harvested from the common earthworm.
I'm just laughing because during our little break, Jason asked Shawn if there's cloning in this universe. He's like, "Ma, I don't know. Maybe."
Players when they die.
That's crazy, and as if this kind of doesn't solve the "we need to get out of here" factor.
Yeah,
right. And what happens? what happens to you if any of these clones, or is one of them your original body? Like, what would is that bad if
Do you
if
just
they die?
Miss Desjardins' original body is no longer with us. Ronnie looks surprised at that. She didn't know that.
Oh. I'm so sorry, Ronnie. Well, that's pretty weird, but yeah, so do you want to leave these bodies here?
Yeah.
You do see, you do notice that there is one other empty cryotube there.
It's empty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like broken empty, or
No, it's just nobody in it.
like a worm burst out of it empty?
Yeah.
It's
No.
It's probably where this version of Ronnie, the standing one, was.
Oh, yeah?
It has a different patient number on it, actually. It has the patient number that he addressed Reggie with when Reggie first came in here. Or when you remember when you first came in, he addressed Reggie by a patient number instead.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna look at Al,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna not say anything, and then I'm gonna look back at Reggie,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna look at the container.
Reggie's looking at you.
I'm gonna look at Reggie again. I'm gonna say, "Did you come out of that container?"
This is after some recent treatments. Yes, I did.
Are you? Is this in? Maybe this is rude, but are you a clone?
He says, not really, not exactly. I did also. We were trying to keep this in the family, but I did come here because I had a cancer diagnosis and I was working for the company in exchange for treatment.
I'm sorry about that. That sounds like it was very hard. Do you have any worm DNA now?
So far as I know, no.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go before we all have some worm in us. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay, well, obviously the worms came from this lab, right? Like, which was.
That's pretty clear, Schmitty.
Are there worms in this lab right now?
There are some earthworms over in the next room, but they are not the creatures that are outside. I'm not sure what those creatures are, but they are not what we have here.
Is there relation to those earthworms and the creatures at all? Is it possible the samples got contaminated? Because the things out there were worms. I'll ask the android or Dr. Yusuf. It doesn't matter.
The things, I'm sorry, something, I don't know where those creatures outside came from. They came out, they appeared shortly after they found the monolith, and you'll see that shortly after you leave here, so maybe you'll have a better idea.
Oh, we're going towards the monolith. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one more question. The Ronnies that are in these jars here, and these cryo domes, do they have worms in them now?
No, of course not. No. We were just using little bits of DNA to incorporate a worm's ability to regenerate, that's all.
Would our currently surviving doctor want to examine these Ronnies?
Dr. Yusuf says,
I think we
certainly,
should get out of here.
I think
let's
if we bring this if we get Ronnie out with us, that'll provide all the evidence we need.
Let's go, Ronnie.
All right.
Let's go, new Ronnie.
Safe.
New and improved Ronnie V 5.0.
So you are all gonna make your way out this way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Neil thinks we should bring at least 2 Ronnies. I think we're just gonna bring the one Ronnie.
That's fair,
I
Ronnie.
thought we started with backup Ronnie, but
Take a couple of backup
Get
Ronnies.
it back up, yeah.
Was there anything else in here that would be useful that we could, like, looking around? I don't know, chemicals or something that just on the quick examining, because we should get going and moving. Is probably the best part.
We mentioned some weaponry if for people who have like crappy or no weapons, right?
Yes. Reggie produces a Magnum revolver, which he's keeping, but also 2 service pistols, M4A3 service pistols, which he'll make available to anyone who needs them.
So I have a bolt gun. Is that fine for shooting stuff with?
It's fine. The only thing about it is that you have to reload it each time. It's single shot. It actually does more damage than a regular gun because you're putting a industrial-sized bolt in somebody.
Okay, well then, does everybody already have a weapon?
I already have a service pistol, unless there's some sort of advantage of having 2 of them.
Oh, I'll take a second one.
Danny, you have a pistol already?
Yeah, I have a revolver. Yeah.
Well, why don't I take the second one then, and then I can like shoot my bolt gun once, and then if I need to shoot again really quick, I've got that gun. If I can't reload in between, yeah.
Or if you want to be really far away shooting, because I think is the bolt gun something you have to be close.
It's a short range. Oh, I can choose the range that I'm at. Engage short, medium, long, extreme, but short is what's set.
Okay, because my revolver's like medium.
It probably just defines how difficult it is when you click the button, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like if you put where it says medium, Jill, I bet you can click on a little drop down, or can you not?
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So, is there a way for us to add different weapons to these character sheets, Shawn?
Yes, you can. If you look at the character sheet, you'll see your weapon, and then above it there's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you click on the 2, 3, or 4, you can add in different weapons.
Ooh, okay.
For anyone who's picking up a service pistol, the stats are +2 to the, or a 2 bonus, 1 damage, medium range.
2 bonus, 1 damage, and that's called a service pistol?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, my bolt gun has a 0 bonus but does 3 damage at short range.
The other question is, if the plan is basically we're going to go leave here, run, get the eye, run for the ship, and hopefully the things will be distracted on the opposite door that we just went in.
Right.
I have how does the motion tracker that I have, is that just like one of those handheld beep beep, they're coming out of the walls kind of? Okay, perfect. I'll carry that with me and turn it on.
Cool. All right. Very good.
I gotta stand far away from the captain so I don't like get residual stress.
Yeah, maybe we should all split up.
I just don't want to be near the captain.
The other bit is if the... Is there a way... well, so I'm sure we'll hear if the bugs get through the door because the machine gun fire will go off, so...
All right. So, I am going to transfer you all to the next map here.
Okay.
Okay. It's a big one, so it might take a minute to load. Okay. Alright. And I need to reveal some areas. Now I'm going to start dropping people on it.
Whoa, it's so
Ow.
Oh, not Russell Driscoll. You're dead. Nobody wants to see you anymore.
Oh.
rip.
Sorry. Where on this map are we so I can...
Zoom out a lot, and then you'll be able to see it.
So
Yeah.
zoomed out.
Yeah.
Now I'm just scrolling around.
It should be the only area you can see right now because of Fog of War.
Keep zooming out, Jason.
It's
See,
there,
what
I
happens,
swear.
what happens is I zoom out and then I go around the corners and it's in the middle of the map. instead. I'm good.
All right. I'm not going to bother adding the NPCs just so we have fewer figures to track, but
Sure,
you can assume they're there unless I tell you otherwise. All right. So you have left the facility, which is the spot directly behind you.
Okay.
Based on what you've been told, that ahead in this, and this is, can you see where my circle is showing up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You can see that through the fog of war.
Yes.
So based on what Reggie told you, you're going to find the monolith over here, and then below there's going to be an entrance into some sort of semi-flooded tunnels, and those tunnels are going to wind around and lead to where the space shuttle was kept.
Okay.
Danny wants to take up the rear and keep an eye on our two NPC friendos, our Ronnie and Reggie.
All right.
I don't mind taking close to the front, but also we were going to jury rig something to track the transponder on the Dr. Daniels as well, I believe. When we were starting, because he had some kind of signal that we can track. Was the what you said, Sean?
Yes, he does. He does have a transponder that can be tracked, and it seems to be in the direction of the shuttle. So that's good.
Okay.
Cool.
So we need to just head towards that, basically.
Yep. All right. So, and it is, let's see here, 10 o'clock. So we're going to aim to do this in the next half hour.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Speed run.
We'll be quick.
Yeah, let's get going. All right. Cool. So,
We get
this area down here is all natural caverns, other than where you've just left.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it looks like it may have been tunneled by these creatures, but most of it looks like it is ancient and old.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
there we
natural.
go. It appears to be natural, or if it's not natural, it's so old that it's hard to tell.
Right. Okay.
But by far the most interesting thing you've discovered is as you come into this large cavern, you find this giant monolithic structure, and it appears to be of a humanoid-like figure. At the top of the monolith, there's like this humanoid-like figure with their arms open as if embracing the stars.
Sweet. I take lots of pictures.
Yeah. Pictures. Snap, snap, snap. Post to.
I might even get like a selfie with Ronnie with like the monolith
Yeah.
in the background.
Post to
if
Insta.
If Ronnie's in the picture, Danny's like off in the corner, like staring at you both, kind of like watching.
Cool.
Okay.
Most awkward picture ever.
I say we should.
Over on this side, you can see evidence that they attempted to drill into the monolith.
Oh,
There's like a big
jeez.
service mining drill over here.
Rookie mistake.
And the drill itself looks like it's kind of ruined, but they did break into the monolith.
And that's when it all started.
Rookie mistake. Let's put a curtain over it and keep going.
No.
So am I to take from that nobody is going to look inside the monolith?
No, we need to
not
go.
even-
I'll look inside.
No.
All right.
I'll just take a quick picture and then we'll go.
Okay.
Inside the monolith, you see, it's just like this weird metallic, earthy substance, and oddly, given how dry the rest of it is, there's a single dripping of some kind of black fluid from above.
Like inside dripping still?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That is strange.
Stick your
That
hand
is
right in
strange.
there.
My plan is to avoid the monolith entirely and
Me
just
too.
keep making
And
beeline towards.
when you look down, it doesn't actually seem to pool though. It just kind of absorbs into the rock below.
That is strange.
Mm-hmm.
Other than capturing it in video form, I'm not sure what else I can do with this material.
Do you have a vial?
Taste it.
Put it in your mouth with the worm.
Now, Al, it's pretty obvious to you that this section over here looks like it was drilled through with some of your mining equipment. Like, this looks like where they actually punctured through into this area.
Okay.
As does... it also looks like this area over here was punctured through by mining equipment, but there's between where you guys are and where this is, there is a descent. So this middle area is further down.
Okay.
So it looks to you like they punctured through here, saw that, and then they did this sort of slower tunnel around this way to get to it.
Okay.
Could I do an observation check to see if I can use my talent, my investigator talent, to see if I want to try to see, is there anything hidden here, as in looking for the person's eyeball thing?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Totally forgot about the eyeball. Yes.
Don't we have a tracker on that guy?
If his eye is still attached to his
Right.
wrist.
Okay.
All right. That was a hidden roll that
Oops,
Jill just made.
sorry.
Oh, it's fine. But you did succeed, so you get to ask one question from the list.
Okay, so I want to say, is there anything hidden here, and if so, where?
Mm-hmm. All right. So you notice that you notice that over here, you see a group of a natural outcropping of rocks that could probably be used to quickly descend to this section over here, which is where the direction that your sensor is currently leading you towards for the eyeball.
Okay, I'm gonna let everyone know, like, hey, there's a quick way to climb down here, and the sensor's pointing in this direction, so I think I'm gonna take a quick trot down there and try and get that eye.
Yeah, we should all go together, I think.
Reggie, is that in the general direction of where the shuttle is as well?
Yes, yeah, it is.
We might
And
as well.
he's got you see Reggie's got Veronica's hands in Ronnie's hand in his, and he's like holding it really tightly. He's like, yeah, that's the direction, all right.
Okay, and I'll keep checking the motion tracker for extra things.
All right. Cool. So the motion tracker, I gotta roll a power roll on that.
Sure.
You're fine. The power holds.
You keep using it in my drain. Okay, that's fine.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're beep 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 beep. Right now, you're not detecting anything except your friends here.
Perfect.
Let's
All
go.
right, so down you go. All right, yoink.
If I can grab any sort of material off the drill that might have come off the monolith, that's some sort of like sample of the monolith, I will do
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Cool. You're putting that in the in your briefcase as well.
Sure. Yep.
Right in the
All
other
right.
in the other cheek.
I'm envisioning like the Jurassic Park of what was it, Nedry with his samples from the
Yeah,
case
yeah.
full of samples of
Yeah.
Did Reggie and Ronnie come with us?
Yes. Yeah. They are staying with you for the moment.
Okay.
For the
Okay.
moment.
Let's see here.
What does that mean?
I haven't done anything too stupid yet.
Yeah. Now. Okay. Never mind. I'm just playing a fog of war, trying to get it to do what I need it to do. All right, so you start moving along the tunnel here, and as you do, you notice that the water is rising. So there was a low level of water where you guys were out there. It was like kind of poolish, but in here, the water is probably at least knee high already.
Oh, worms and water are not. It's my least favorite terrain.
Wormy water.
Wormy water.
Yeah.
Bottom of the list.
Do not like.
All right.
And we're just following that, like, bloop, 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 looking for the eye, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my
Are
god.
we close, Ronnie?
I think so. He says this is where the activity from the creatures seemed to be the heaviest before.
Oh.
I take out my pistol.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, my bolt gun is out already.
Maybe we shouldn't get the eye if we're getting close to the danger zone. Should we
It's
just...
also where the ship is. It's all in the direction.
Oh.
And we
sorry.
have no way of
Great.
we have no way of like getting the ship going unless I could figure it out, which I might be able to do.
I'm not looking. Everyone, quick, roll a bunch of stuff.
I didn't see.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna roll
so
some things.
I'll roll something.
It's that whole W/ instead of /W again. Oh well.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now I need to scroll
Cool.
back up because it was actually for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You definitely you're starting to get movement on your tracker, and you see that this whole area is filled with like a honeycomb of like all these like little those little holes you saw from the smaller worms.
We're going into that tryptophobia or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
All right. So you move into a larger area. I'm just gonna skip us ahead here because I didn't.
I'll warn people that there seems to be some things moving in the smaller tunnels, so keep an eye out.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So
That room is so circular.
it's not actually that circular.
Oh.
I just didn't have time to like do a really freaky. But anyway, okay. So you end up moving into this sort of larger honeycomb type area, and now you're hearing the keening all around you. It's almost like this is like the nerve center or the heart of their network, and all the tunnels come back to this place. Why do they all come here?
Good question.
Your beeping, though, your beeping is definitely indicating that somewhere around here, the eyeball is. Of course, other things might be detecting that beeping from your device as well.
Can you mute that thing?
I can try.
Flamethrower would be
Turn the
good.
volume down.
All right. Who's trying to find the eyeball? Whose task is that?
I could roll for investigator again.
All right.
And I will give her cover, I guess.
And I'll use a story point for
Good call.
So I'll use that and then I'll roll.
All right.
Good thing I used that
Good
story
thing it
point.
Yes.
All right. So you go over and you're going through, and you're seeing lots of corpses down here, and most of them have that sort of similar like that evidence of something having escaped through the throat, that trauma.
Yeah.
You do find the doctor. His medical jacket has been stained all red. Of course now it's a brownish red. And splayed over, and his eye is like the only thing. His eye is still sort of moving around, and it's sort of glowing a little bit in the darkness.
Sorry about this, Doc. I'm gonna
Pluck it out.
pluck it.
All right, as you do pluck it out, you see little baby wormlings following from it having been moved that were trapped behind it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take a point of stress.
That seems totally apropos.
Jill's like, I feel stressed.
Yeah.
All right. Your so
Well, we've got the eye.
yeah. So
Let's
you
get
got
out of
the eye.
here. Woohoo, let's go.
Reggie tells you that you're looking for like this direction over here is where you're aiming to go. That's the way to the shuttle. But this is not. You can imagine this is much more maze-like. It's not like a straight walk. So you're kind of trying to navigate through it.
Okay.
Could everyone give me a mobility roll
Sure.
at a -1 penalty?
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I'm a jerk.
I'm gonna use a story point.
Oh shoot! I should have also used a story point. It's too late for me though.
You can always push though.
Oh yeah, I'll push. So I
add
take
a
a point of stress, and I'm
then
gonna
also
use a
add-
story point.
Did you say a minus on this one, Sean?
-1, yeah.
Why do I only have 1 on my mobility roll? My agility... Oh, never mind. It makes sense. It makes sense. But I do get a success because of the...
Can I use a
story
story point on a push?
To get rid of the panic, you can.
No, to succeed.
add-
Like
Yes, add a success
Oh.
on. You can do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Conrad, roll your panic, please.
I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine, but after this, maybe I'll check my watch one last time.
Ooh, wow.
What is this? Wow! I always thought
bad
that.
luck.
You got
Switch
10.
back.
Bad luck.
What? I had to roll a 6 to do that.
All right. So,
Be good luck in another game.
all right. So you're all moving towards the exit. Although Conrad, you're getting kind of caught behind a bit.
Oh,
'Cause
no.
You're freezing, and then the whole thing starts crumbling. Like there's like a little earthquake is happening.
Oh, no.
And a much incredibly larger creature than the ones you saw before
What?
comes
Oh, no.
rampaging.
Ew.
This thing is just massive.
It's so big.
It looks big enough that it could probably like damage a starship if it hit a small one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
Oh
That's
no.
not gonna fit in my briefcase.
It might fit in your mouth.
Well, I think your briefcase will fit inside of it.
all right.
Shoot
And this
Take a
it.
bite out of it.
This thing kind of looks like it's armored like a tank.
Oh, that's
Shoot it with the
Alright.
guns.
I've got a bolt gun.
Okay. We're gonna remove Dr. Driscoll because he's not here. We're gonna add Dr. Mal or Captain Mal though. All right. So let's do some initiative and see what happens. This thing is armored like a tank, incidentally.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that already.
Oh, good. Well, I want it to be really clear when it does what it does to you that you knew that.
Should
All
we run?
Yeah, can we keep
Yes.
running away?
Like, let's shoot and run?
that-
That's the plan.
Shoot and run.
Yeah, yeah,
How's
yeah.
Ronnie and Reggie doing?
They are they are a bit ahead of the rest of you.
But
Is
we
it?
have the eyeball, right? We have the eyeball.
We
Yeah,
do.
I have the eyeball.
Yeah.
Who has it?
Me.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. The number. Oh, there it is. The number 1 card was missing. I'm like, no one can go first. Okay, so giving things a quick shuffle here, and Al, your initiative is going to be 3.
Oh,
Okay, I don't
Good.
see
we can't
myself.
ourselves on this.
Yeah.
You can't see.
Yeah,
you're
it's,
not.
I can
it's
just
a weird
see.
thing. I had to delete all of the previous page characters off of it when I was using it yesterday, and then re-add
okay.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that really quickly then.
Yeah, I just see Captain Mao and the worm. So I guess that's the stuff that you just added.
That's a really good band name.
Captain Mao and the worm.
Okay, there we go. Oh, hey, and that's how you add multiple initiatives for a creature. Good to know. All right, so
So what was
who
I,
did I just
3?
say had
You
to-
said 3,
I
right?
was at 3. Yeah. Conrad, you're at 6. Mao, you're at 1.
Oh,
Bauer, you're at 8. And the stage 3 worm is it's at 9. Well, aren't you all lucky?
Mm.
Also noted, you can swap initiative with a friendly partner at the start of the turn before people start doing things if you want. You have to be able to shout to each other to coordinate, like, oh, you go first, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, and I think you can spend a plot point to move yourself immediately in the initiative as well, a story point. That's another use for it.
Oh, okay.
Really good if, the alien's going first, but they're not in this case, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we will start with number 1, which is Captain Mao. What are you going to do?
So the north is the tunnel that we think the ship's towards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And can you move and shoot, or is it kind of a one or the other thing?
You can move. Yeah, you can move and shoot. If you want to move twice, then you don't shoot, kind of.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, can I? Or better question, maybe how many? Is it a square thing, or just kind of move yourself up and then see how far it goes?
Don't worry about squares. Squares are there just to look cool. It's not actually a grid movement system.
Okay.
So you're there, and okay, I still have everybody selected. Alright. They all move with you at exactly the same rate. So you're moving in that direction.
My idea is to kind of go to the mouth of the tunnel, and then if hold an action for when the worm gets closer. If not, I will shoot it right away. It's up to you.
You could come back and rescue me. I mean, that's another option.
I'm sure you'll run the distance.
Yeah. All right. So you're moving, and are you firing, or you're gonna wait?
Well, it's big enough that I assume that I will get a clean shot without. I don't want to necessarily piss it off too much either. So if everyone can make it to the tunnel before I have to shoot, then I will continue to move.
Okay, I understand what you're doing. All right, cool. So that's you for now. Al?
Okay. How far is short range? Because my bolt gun is best at short range, right?
Short range is like, I believe is like within 5 meters.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's basically like a throwing knife kind of thing.
Okay.
It's here. Short is a few meters away in the same zone as you. Medium is up to 25 meters away.
Am I within medium range of it right now?
Yes.
Okay. So I am not cautious like Captain Mao, and I'm gonna shoot it with my service pistol.
All right, make your attack roll.
That's very heroic of you.
No modifiers?
Nope, just the inherent modifier of your gun, which if you're using the attack button of the gun is already counted in.
Yeah. Blam!
Bam.
Nicely done.
It's dead.
1 damage.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
We've
So
done it.
you do the base damage of your weapon, which is 1.
Yeah. Take that!
Now, I have to roll the armor dice of this creature,
Right.
and if none of if it doesn't roll any successes,
Then it takes 1 damage.
exactly. I think this is I think this plan works for you.
1 shot.
1 shot, kill.
Well, since it took 2 hit points to knock one of us down to half, the thing that's as large as a starship might be more than 1 hit point.
Yeah, but what if I
Alright,
got
so-
it right in the eyeball?
Right in the brain ball.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your shot bounces off one of its scales.
Go,
So,
go.
yeah, I'm gonna move as well, but I want to, like, drag Reggie along with me. Like, they're not in the initiative order, are they?
Reggie and them are ahead of you.
They're already
you're
ahead. Okay, that's fine
Yeah.
then. So how far can I move?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can move towards me, right?
No, come on this way. I don't really care about
Conrad,
you.
you're spending this turn, because of your panic roll, you're spending this turn freaking out in terror.
Oh no, I forgot about that.
And Marshall Danny Bauer.
Yeah, since I saw that bullet didn't work, I'm gonna take off. I can try and shoot it from, like, can I move first? And
You
then
should
try and
probably
shoot my
just
medium
shoot
range?
Conrad.
Yeah.
Oh, just to, like, put him out of his
Yeah.
misery so that way he's not
Yeah.
filled with worms.
Yeah.
No,
So the entire game, and then you're like, leave him.
yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot the worm. Is this as far as I can go?
You could probably make it to the entrance there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And make your attack roll.
Oh, I'm gonna save my story point and hope I don't panic.
That's fair.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do the base damage +1 for each additional success. So you did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage with that attack.
Nice.
All right. So now I'm gonna roll its 15 armor dice.
Wait, isn't it 7? Damage 2, 4, 6, 7?
The first success just gets you the base damage, and then each one
Oh,
after that adds 1.
I see. I got you. Yeah.
I believe in you.
All right. So I got 3 success, 7 there. So okay. So 4 damage was dealt to
Nice.
the creature.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Which should
That must
kill
have made
it.
that must have made it really mad and distracted.
It might have.
I think that is a likely scenario. Yes.
I think I tempted it poorly before, but is there to shake Jason out of his stupor, like an empathy manipulation kind of roll or something like that?
That might have been, but you didn't do that.
I know.
Pull yourself together, man.
Okay, so the creature, what does it do this turn? Oh, it does a 4. What is a 4? Okay.
That's interesting. So the monster mechanic is that you don't even know what the monster will do until you roll for it?
Exactly. Which I think is made to balance out the fact that, like,
It's
you
so
know,
OP.
It is, yeah.
right. Some of these aliens, they look at you, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And if it's, again, in the movies, there's lots of times where the alien has them cornered and doesn't attack right away.
Yeah.
They don't always. It gives that alien feel. All right. So it's goes berserk at this point and starts flailing about.
Good thing nobody's near it.
smashing Fortunately, nobody is near it.
Oh.
Because anyone who was near it would probably be pulverized right now. But it is sort of moving closer to you in the process.
So that action of when I get closer, I can take the shot then?
Oh yeah, go for it. Sure, why not? Draw its attention.
Well, it's coming this way anyway. The other question is there a mechanic for aiming for, like, an eye or something?
No. If you wanted, instead of moving, you could have taken an aim action, which would give you +1 die to your attack, but that's about
Which
it.
would give you more successes and thus more damage. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also, a good point that you can push rolls which have succeeded. So, for example, if Jill wanted to on that roll, she could have rolled those 4 missed dice and tried to... Are you at 0 stress right now?
We emptied it out in the other room.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well, that's
You
not
might
right.
want to push that, though.
I would push.
Everyone can fairly add a point of stress for this giant creature.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to push, add a 2nd point of stress and then roll again. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you do a total of 4 damage to the thing.
And you could push to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice again?
That was the push.
Or, you can only
only
push
push
once.
once.
Okay.
You can only push once. Some characters' talents allow them to push certain classes of roll.
Yeah, for those who are, while he's rolling, I have the ability to push an empathy roll twice if I wanted to, as an officer.
So the way armor works is I have the armor pool as a die pool, but it works just like yours. I have to roll 6s to succeed. So even when I'm rolling 15 dice, I'm not going to roll a ton of 6s. I only rolled 1 there.
Oh, wow.
So that was another 3 damage to it. Very well done.
Nice.
All right, it's gonna eat you, man. Okay.
Shoot.
And now it's your so having done that, you move behind it though because you were waiting for the opportunity. Or no, you were the next one after it, so it's fine. So you've shot at it. Now what are you gonna do?
While we're waiting for his, Jason to snap out of his thing, because I assume I will take the aimed shot and shoot again.
Okay, he's gonna go for the. Okay, so add attack with the modifier +1 this time. Haha, do you wish to push?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. So, when you roll this time, do it with a modifier of -1, and we're going to add 2 successes in.
Sounds good.
Just to account for the fact that you're re-rolling. Okay, I'm going to be kind and assume that yellow that rolled a panic was the one that would have rolled a success otherwise.
Thank you.
Because one of them was a success, and you didn't have to. So,
Right.
1, 2, 3. So you basically have 5 successes there, which is 1 + 4 is 5 damage. Nice. I should mention, by the way, that this thing's screams are being answered by hundreds of screams coming out of all the tunnels around you.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, so it blocked 1 point, and you did 4 there. No, you did
I would have done
5.
5.
You had 2 more
Yeah.
successes that aren't represented there. So 5 minus 1 is 4.
I think it would have been,
yeah.
yeah, it would have 4 total, yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're definitely hurting this thing. Your concentrated fire is finding those chips in its armor. Okay, but that was your go.
Yeah, I'm
Ow.
just yelling at the corporate man to start hauling.
Yeah.
All right.
So Al is going to move. Can I be like, is this short range or do I need to be one closer?
You could move close enough to get to short range if you want.
So this is not close enough.
That's close enough. Yeah, we'll
Is
say
it?
That's close enough for short. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, for short
Again,
range.
It's supposed to be like zones like Star Trek, and I just
Right.
didn't bother with that.
Right. That's
All
fine.
right.
Okay, so now I want to use my bolt gun.
Yes.
And okay, so I roll an attack.
Mm-hmm.
No modifiers.
No modifiers. Are you going to?
Why do
take
I
the
have?
stress and push?
Why do I have so few?
Well, okay, yeah. Let's check whether that makes sense first of all, because you're playing Al. Now that is a ranged attack. The bolt gun is considered a ranged attack, so it'd be your agility plus your ranged combat.
How do I use
Which
my
is 3
strength?
dice.
Why don't I have any weapons that use my strength?
Strength is for your close combat, so you'd have to go like batter it with something.
But I don't even have anything to batter it with, right?
Your tools, maybe. A wrench.
Yeah, you don't have a melee weapon on hand here.
Why wouldn't I?
Fair enough.
Can I punch it?
Okay, well, if we want to say that you're getting like really close to it and using the bolt gun effectively as a close combat weapon, I'm fine with that. Roll it. Just where the weapon is, you'll see it has RC highlighted. Click it to use CC instead, and then roll it in.
Okay. Okay, and then I will.
Are you gonna push the roll now?
Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
Alright.
Go.
Mhm.
What?
Give me your panic roll.
Oh my gosh. That's
An 8.
the maximum that I could have gotten.
Yeah, so an 8 means that you are you're getting tremors after this, so you're going to be at -2 agility. Alright, so you're coming right up to it, and the creature sort of rears up as if it's planning to crush you, but as it does, it exposes the underbelly, which looks a lot less armored. So you just, like, go in there and hit it with the bolt gun.
Oh.
So it's only going to roll five dice here instead of
15. Yeah.
And you're currently doing 4 damage to it. Alright, that last bolt, it finds its mark, and the creature starts thrashing about in its death throes.
Yeah.
But, Kate, I'm going to need you to make a mobility roll to get out of the way, and it is going to be at -2 because of your tremors right now.
Okay. I'll
If you
use
have
a.
a story point,
I'll use a story point. So.
Okay, you still got to roll in case the panic.
You said -2?
-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's that. But I used a story point. I used a story point.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
I am not the most agile.
No.
Okay. All right. Cool. So
It doesn't land on me, is what you're saying.
it doesn't land on you.
Great.
And now the Conrad, your legs are starting to work again.
Yeah. My plan is to run.
Okay, cool. Because you're starting to hear the shrieking from. It's almost like a pipe organ with all these holes and like the noise coming out of it. And yeah, it's building to a crescendo.
Yeah.
No.
Get out of here. Let's go.
Okay.
shame we don't have some of the dynamite. Oh,
Oh,
Cool.
we should have grabbed some. I didn't
Oh
think of that.
yeah.
we didn't have time. We were running from worms at that point.
That's
Yeah.
All right, Danny, you get up there. Reggie is already there. He's at the door. It opens up, but like it won't. You can't start it basically without the eyeball.
Okay.
He's like, come on,
I'll
get
run
in. We gotta. Yeah. He's like,
and
"Come on,
I'll grab
we
the
gotta-"
eyeball, and I'll be like, "Everyone in!
Yeah.
Shut the door!
Alright.
Shut the door!"
Yeah, he's shutting the door now. That's like just the 3 of you in there.
Wait, no, what?
I'll shut the door once everyone's in here.
No, look at the thing, will you? There's
I
only
am
4
not
seats.
using this eye until everyone's inside. Your brother's out there.
There's only 4 seats.
Ronnie, Reggie.
Let your brother in, and we can go. Just let him in. He's right next to me. I before the door's shut, I pull Reggie in and let the door shut. Or pull Al in and let the door shut.
If that door opens, I'm shooting anyone.
He says, Jesus fucking Christ, Danny. You always have to be this way.
Who says that?
That's what Reggie says to you. It's why I stopped being your partners 10 years ago. It was such a fucking drag.
What? What?
Ilf?
I'm confused.
What did you say, Jill?
Said Miles?
Yes.
What the
Yes.
fuck? Oh, I mean, what the beep?
I was tired of. He says, yeah, I was just so frigging tired of being the colonial marshal and getting ripped off and watching all these corporate criminals run away. I decided it'd be easier to do it myself, so I created Devis and the Talons. Unfortunately, you were always a bit of a stubborn bitch, and you kept following us.
I'm gonna fucking open the door and shove him out
All right.
and pull in Al and be like, "Shut up, Al, get in here, that's not your brother."
I'm shooting whoever's coming here.
So you're gonna shoot Miles in the back.
He's like, all right. So he's it's like I told. So Al's shouting out. He's like, it's like I told you. Al.
Miles.
Well, not Miles.
Reggie?
Reggie is shouting out. He says, "It's like I told you, Al. She's corrupt. She's trying to kill me. She's trying to kill me because I'm a witness."
I'm like, leave my brother alone! Ah! Oh, jeez.
And are you shooting him in the back?
So who was shooting the first thing that come through that door? Who said they were doing that?
Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad.
Conrad, give me a ranged combat check.
This could solve a lot of issues, though, if you
No
hit
one's
it.
leaving me behind.
Yeah. Although, there's still 5
I
of
have
us.
all the evidence. It's very important that it gets off his planet. Sorry, ranged combat?
Yeah, ranged combat. You if you hit the attack button for your gun, it'll accompany all modifiers and stuff.
Oh, should I do that instead of ranged combat?
Yeah,
right?
do that instead. Yeah.
For cinematic purposes, can I like have pulled Miles's badge out of my pocket and like jab the pin in him as I pushed him out the door?
Sure, why not? Why not?
Aww. So, wait, to be clear about what just happened, you thought that your partner, like,
Was dead.
died horribly, but really...
Alone and tragically, and I thought the pirates killed him.
Right.
And now he's saying that he not only was alive, but like faked his death
On
and
purpose.
invented the pirate that killed him, like invented all of that. So I've been like torturing myself over it for however
my
long.
God.
But why does he look like my brother?
The cloning
Oh my
stuff.
God.
He cloned himself. I found some evidence that there was something amiss with Reggie.
Right.
Okay, Conrad, you cannot re-roll the panic result, but you can re-roll the other dice if you want to try to get more successes here.
Sure.
So add a stress and roll again, and we know you have 1 success and 1 panic already.
All right.
So subtract 2 dice from what you would roll when asked for modifier, because there's 2 dice we know about already.
Yeah.
Also -2.
It's too bad that
and-
there's not a push mechanic, but...
Yeah, and honestly, maybe there is, and I've missed it. I mean, I kind of... All right,
Ooh,
so...
that's good.
1, 2, 3 successes. So you got basically 4 successes, and then you panic. Roll d6 for your panic.
Oh, this isn't going to be good.
You have a lot of stress.
It's a lot of stress.
He's a high-strung kind of...
Do you have a story point?
Yeah.
Did you use all your
Roll
story
panic
points?
roll.
Hey, I gotta roll panic roll regardless.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you
You get to
use?
see the result before you use the story point to cancel out the panic.
Yeah.
All right, so what you want to do is run away and cover, but if you want, you can spend a story point so you shoot this guy first.
I will absolutely do that.
Yes.
You're like, nobody cuts out Conrad Schmidt. All right, so basically, so you knock the door open, pin the badge on him, and then 4 bullets come through him.
Ah.
He's just like, Danny, and then he falls back into the darkness.
You beep, 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 beep. I'm just like, I'm the foul mouthed one now. I'm not gonna.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
the-
shoot that guy the moment we saw him.
My insulin pump just beeped for you. By the
All
way.
right.
Yeah, thank you, Insulin Pump. You know what I need.
You all get in. There's 5 of you and there's 4 seats, so one of you is going to have to take space flight without a seat.
And
I'll
the,
take
and the,
space
and the other
flight
doctor as
without-
well.
Oh.
Who's going to pilot? Who
I
here?
can, I can pilot the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so give us a pilot roll to get the hell out of here because the worms are coming.
I'll spend my story because I had one.
Nice.
Okay, you still got to make the roll though.
Push
Okay,
it.
well that's enough.
Oh, I
I'm not gonna
guess
switch.
you just have 1 success and no panic, so it's fine.
Yeah, 1 success is enough. So they'll come up. As you come up, the door automatically opens and you shoot out. This is like a really fancy ship. It is designed. Look, it's like a medical transport for VIPs. You come out on the other side of the mountain, so it would have been very surreptitious. People in the mountain wouldn't have known that they had this other entrance, and you take flight.
And
so
we lived happily ever after.
Can I spend a story point so that we live happily ever after?
There aren't enough story points in the world for that. But you, so afterwards, you're able to send out a relay. Most of you can. There are 4 cryo chambers here, so most of you will be able to sleep at a time. You'll have to alternate between the person who's awake because too long awake during hyperspace can drive people a little bonkers.
Because there's the doctor and Ronnie as well, right?
Mhm.
Ronnie. So there's two
There's
people
actually
that will be out. at a
Actually,
time.
Dr. Yusuf probably got left behind somewhere there. No one
Oh.
noticed.
Fine. That's fine by me.
But Ronnie
Yeah.
is with us. What does Ronnie think about, us murdering Reggie?
Well, Ronnie says that he seemed a little different since since you found him again.
Okay.
That wasn't Reggie.
Where's my
That wasn't
brother?
Reggie.
I'll
that
explain.
wasn't the Reggie she knew.
So he's
I'll explain.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll explain what I explained to you earlier about like seeing evidence that it wasn't like there was some discrepancy between him, like Reggie,
Sure.
and his patient information. Like,
I get that, but what happened to my brother?
I'm assuming he was eaten by a worm.
Oh.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's the end. So you achieve space flight. You have survived.
Wow.
It's debatable whether, in all likelihood, this will largely be swept under the rug.
Yeah.
But you are positioned to get some concessions out of it. Conrad, when you get your secret headhunting by Seed Sun, you're going to be able to provide them with a boatload of info that will get you a very cushy position
Nice.
in your new corporate company.
Ooh.
I'm also glad everyone survived. That was my other secret goal. Right?
Was
Oh,
it?
nice. Vana, you get back to your ship in time before they make the new guy the permanent captain.
Good.
Ronnie is reunited with her father, although because she publicly was declared dead already, she has to live surreptitiously for some time. Al and Danny are left to ponder what brought them to the planet and what they learned while they were there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Because I think my newest goal was to get the kid out, but also that something was weird about Reggie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I just needed to get out.
Yeah, when the first time I ran this, it was my intention that the pirate had taken Reggie's face. It was a cosmetic surgery thing rather than a cloning thing. And then when we were having the dramatic reveal with the other player, the impression they got from what I was saying was that it was her partner. And I was like, oh, well, that's so good, I'm just going to take that next time.
That was really good.
So,
Nice.
never be afraid to rip off someone else's good idea.
Yes.
Really though, yeah, wow.
I thought I was dead for sure at the end.
Oh, me too. Especially once you reminded us that he couldn't move, I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But I mean that's realistic for that kind of a situation, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
My secret objective was basically get everyone off, but if a few people didn't make it, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
There's a few expendables that would have been possible if you didn't make it.
I was particularly pleased with the insurance agent's Act 2 agenda, which begins with, well, they sure as fuck aren't covered for this.
That's funny. Thank you so much,
was
Shawn.
awesome.
Yeah, that was really, really fun.
I had a blast.
I love the system. It's the second time that I've played it, and we did cinematic mode the last time too, so I have no idea what this is like as a campaign. I'm sure it would be fun, but I do love the cinematic mode. It's great as like a one-shot system, and it's just super fun. Yeah, really, really love it.
That was so much fun. Thank you so much, Shawn. And you guys all played so well. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, and all the stuff that you set up in
Untitled
Roll20 is really, really great, Shawn. So it's
Oh yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it worked really well.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. That's really great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
When's your next show?
Oh, we have next.
Oh, you're a professional at this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
Tilly.
think our next show's on Tuesday.
Yeah, our next, it's just the normal Tuesday stream, and then we've got 1 or 2 Halloween events coming up. We have 2 planned. We have Dread on the 30th on Friday of Halloween, and then we want to run a 2e D&D like haunted house scenario that Neil would be GMing, but we're looking for another player or two. It's in person at our house though, so you have to know me personally. But if you're interested in that, he's going to teach us how to play 2e and run us through like a medieval fantasy Japanese haunted castle. So it should be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Second edition is a fun system, so.
Yeah.
I'm interested to try it out. I haven't tried it out yet.
Yeah. I've played it a little bit with Neil, and I enjoy it. It's very different, but in a lot of ways similar. I mean, it's cool. It's fun to see like the roots of where things came from and like how they started and evolved over time. So.
Yeah, D&D's had a very strange winding road to where it is now.
Yeah.
Some ups, some downs, but it's a good. And a lot of it comes down to who the DM is, of course. But I found that second, you really got into the role playing a bit. It wasn't so mechanic driven like fourth kind of was. Whereas fifth is back to the story again, so it's a good way to go. Because I played lots of second back in the day. So
nice.
Or maligned 4th edition.
Well, you should come over for Halloween then, Tilly.
I will see what I can do. But
all right. Well, we can say goodbye for now then, I think. Thank you to everybody who's watching. We had a lot of good chatting going on today. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
see y'all later.
See you guys next time. I always forget that I have to do something here.
You have to turn it off.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.